From Hollywood, it's time now for Johnny Dollar.
Pat McCracken, Johnny, Universal Adjustment Bureau.
Oh, hi, Pat.
Johnny, you've handled a lot of difficult cases for the companies we represent. You've done a magnificent job, saved some of them a lot of money.
Huh?
Sometimes nipped things in the bud even before they've happened.
Pat.
And there have been times when you've given up personal plans to take them on at a moment's notice and without question.
Listen, that bush you're beating around is getting pretty big.
All right, then I'll get to the point. Johnny, why don't you take yourself a holiday at company expense?
What?
Lake Mojave Resort, maybe, where I understand you love to fish.
At company expense, huh?
That's right.
Okay, Pat, I'll grab the first plane.
Good boy.
But, brother, just wait till you see the expense account I pile up for you.
Why, Johnny?
Because if I ever smelled a rat, believe me, it's now. Bob Bailey, in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Universal Adjustment Bureau, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Wayward Trout matter. Expense account item 1, $174.50 plane fare, Hartford to Los Angeles and Los Angeles to Las Vegas. Item 2, $50 deposit on a rental car. I headed south on Route 95. The Mojave Desert. Thousands of square miles of sand, sun-bleached gravel and rock, of cactus, sage, and Joshua trees. High flat mesas, towering crags. Countless trails leading off from the highway. Long abandoned roads leading up into the harsh, bleak mountains, with their promise of infinite wealth to the prospectors who scratched away in their hungry search for silver and gold. And who knows, perhaps some of these were trails of the pioneers who beat a tortuous path westward to the great Pacific. Who, with their oxen and heavy wagons, were lucky if they made 6 miles a day. Yet here I was, cruising along at an easy 60 miles an hour. And above me, a jet plane, lazily tearing off 600 miles an hour. Yeah, it made me think about the men who lived and struggled here, the men who died of hunger and thirst following the same path I was taking, never knowing that only a few miles away beyond the mountains was the mighty Colorado. Water, food, and life for those lucky enough to find it. But let's get to more practical things. Like Davis Dam and huge Lake Mojave. On the east bank at the lower end, Lake Mojave Resort, with its clean, modern cabins, boathouse, dock, and harbor. Everything for a fisherman. It was after 9 p.m. when I pulled in. My old friend Buster Faber was waiting for me.
By golly, Johnny, I'm glad to see you.
Yeah, same here, Buster. How are you? Before you start on why I'm here, how's the fishing?
You remember Ham Pratt, the general manager?
Sure do. How is he?
Went out 3 days in a row, got 3 limits, 5, 6, 7 pounders.
Oh, and I have to come here on business.
Yeah, but as soon as you clear it up, you and I are going to do some fishing.
Believe me, we'd better. But now, what's the problem?
Oh, well, here, let me take your bags. You're in number 8.
Okay.
I've put you right next to Mr. Hatch.
Hatch?
Old-time confidence man, Johnny, and just plain big-time thief.
Oh, Gordon Hatch?
That's the one.
Used to operate up in San Francisco, over in Reno?
Tried Las Vegas, too, but they ran him out.
Sure. He served a couple of short stretches for petty theft, things like that. But they could never nail him for anything big.
That's right. Sit down.
Yeah. Well, what's he doing here?
Oh, ordinarily, we'd give a man like that some excuse about being full up, something like that.
I should think so.
But Ham and I decided if we let him stay, and with somebody like you here, well, maybe we could do a kind of public service.
Keep talking, Buster.
Well, Tuesday morning, I got a call from some wealthy folks in Los Angeles. They wanted accommodations for themselves and their wives beginning tonight. They're doing now.
So?
Well, Tuesday afternoon, this Gordon Hatch came barreling in. My wife, Marilyn, not knowing who he was, put him in number 7.
What are you getting at, Buster?
Well, those folks from L.A. have been here before, Johnny, and the women always come with enough furs and jewelry.
To a fishing resort?
Well, you see, every night they drive up to Vegas to gamble and take in the fancy night spots.
Ah, but what makes you think Hatch would come here just because of them?
One of them's a lawyer that got him sent up for embezzlement once, and Hatch always swore that someday he'd get even.
Oh, well, now, Buster...
I don't think he'd try any rough stuff, anything like that. He isn't the type, but... Well, that's why I called Hartford.
Well, what's the insurance angle?
There isn't any. Unless a lot of heavily insured jewelry suddenly disappears from around here. And your man in Hartford was willing to play along with that.
Yeah, I see.
Well, so do I.
Hmm?
I see we have another guest fuster. How do you do? My name is Gordon Hatch.
Mr. Hatch, this is Johnny Dollar. He's come for a few days fishing, same as you.
Excellent. We must go out together, Mr. Dollar. I found a couple of wonderful spots.
Yeah, I understand you had pretty good luck, sir.
Oh, didn't Ham Pratt tell you about the big one I got over near Sculpture Rock? Nearly 10 pounds. I'm keeping him in a live box so I can take him back to Los Angeles and have him stuffed.
Live box?
Yes.
It's a big sort of box made of heavy screen, Johnny. You leave it in the water, it'll keep the fish alive for days.
That's right.
Well, aren't you afraid somebody will walk off with them?
Oh, the nice people who come to this nice place? Of course not. And as a fisherman, I'm sure you know that even the worst crook in the world wouldn't touch another man's catch.
Yeah.
Look, excuse me, I hear some cars coming down the road. Must be the folks I'm expecting.
Why, of course, Buster.
I'll see you later.
Right.
Any plans for the evening, Mr. Dollar?
Oh, not particularly. I'm a little tired.
Then come along into my cabin next door. I have some excellent scotch and plenty of soda.
Oh, well, I've had a pretty long day.
Now, look, we can relax and regale each other with tall tales about the big fish we've caught here and there. After all, there isn't anything else to do out here of an evening.
Oh, I kind of thought I'd wander down to the dock and see if Ham Pratt is about.
Oh, save that for tomorrow. Now, come along, Mr. Dollar. I won't take no for an answer.
Actually, I was glad for the invitation. I wanted to know more about this man, sound him out if possible, about his real reason for being here. As it turned out, we spent a very pleasant evening talking entirely about fishing. Only once, in answer to a pretty direct question, did he speak about what I wanted him to.
That is all water over the dam, Mr. Dollar. If possible to make amends for some of the, shall we say, questionable things I may have done in the past, well, I can only assure you that I'm sincerely trying to make such amends. Please don't embarrass me this way again.
Yeah, sorry.
Now, tomorrow we'll go fishing.
Well,
I'll not only take you to one of the hottest spots on the lake, but I'll show you the beauties I have in the live box. You'll turn green with envy. Nightcap?
Well, it's been a pretty long day, and I really should hit the sack.
So should I. So, here we go. Bottoms up, and may tomorrow bring us each a limit.
Then I will drink to him.
Now, there we are. And I'll see you at the crack of dawn. Sleep well.
Right. Right? Wrong. Sure, I was tired. It had been a long day. But not long enough to make me drop off to sleep almost before I could get out of my clothes. That nightcap had had a lot more than scotch in it. Yeah, I'd fallen for one of the oldest tricks in the world. And until I woke up, anything could happen.
Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
And now for another episode in the life of Sergeant Donald Bellwether, my husband. Donald. Sergeant Donald Bellwether.
Please, Reba, can't you see I'm absorbed in the sports section?
So I see. Who's the girl in the bikini? A shot putter?
Look, what's the difference if she's an athlete or a Hollywood celebrity? Why do you insist on disturbing me while I'm reading?
Did you drop off the laundry this morning?
Yes, dear.
Did you mail my letters?
Yes, I mailed the letter.
Did you know that angry, brooding, and impatient drivers are the major cause of many accidents?
Yes, I know. What?
I said angry or impatient drivers behind the wheel cause many serious accidents. And when a driver is emotionally upset, he's more apt to make an irrational decision or take unnecessary chances.
My dear wife, you ought to know by this time that I am a well-adjusted individual. I have complete control over my emotions.
You didn't have this morning. Now, just because I burned the toast, you stormed out of the house in a fit of rage. You didn't even kiss me goodbye.
Mm-hmm. You're determined to pick a quarrel with me, is that it?
No, I just want you to drive safely. I don't want you to be under any emotional strain when you drive a car. I want you to return home safely. I love you.
Come here, woman.
Yeah, darling.
You sit right here on my lap, and I'll give you that kiss you missed this morning.
And you promise you'll never again drive the car when you're angry?
I promise.
Oh, that's my Donald. That's my doll.
And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Wayward Trout Matter.
What is it?
Hey, Johnny.
Huh? Oh, it's Buster. Huh?
You all right in there, Johnny?
Oh, sure. I'm all right. Here. Look. Holy, what time is it anyway?
Almost 9 o'clock. Oh, look at those big red eyes.
You aren't kidding. I feel as though I... Where's Gordon Hatch?
Went out fishing at the crack of dawn. Said you'd promised to go with him, but he pounded on your door and finally gave up. Johnny, you look like you...
Hey, Buster, the folks you were expecting in from Los Angeles.
Yeah, they came right after I left you and Mr. Hatch last night. 6 of them. I figured you wanted to be alone with Hatch to sort of feel him out.
Yeah, I did. But is everything all right?
Yeah, so far as I know. And the point is, did you learn anything from Mr. Hatch last night?
Only that he claims to have turned over a new leaf, is now the soul of integrity.
Yeah? Well, I wonder.
You say he's out fishing, huh?
That's right.
You know where he went?
Well, one of his favorite holes, the one I told him about, is in the big basin about 10 miles up the lake.
What about the folks from L.A.?
They're still asleep in their cabins. Look, Johnny, like I told you, Hatch isn't the kind of trying any rough stuff, even against Mr. Fellows, the lawyer who sent him up one time.
And he's here with that party?
He's the one that organized it, made the reservations. Now, listen, Johnny, I may be all wrong about Hatch.
In spite of his threat to get even with Fellows?
Well, I mean, maybe he's gone straight. He certainly acts like a nice enough guy.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I can do is keep an eye on him. If he makes a play, I'll nab him. If he doesn't, well, my trip out here will have been wasted.
Wasted? I thought you and I were going to do some fishing.
Oh, well, now that's different. Ooh. Hey, I better get some breakfast in me.
Yeah, sure. I'll tell Mary over at the cafe to have it ready for you.
Yeah, okay, Buster. Sunny side up and with plenty of strong, dark black coffee. My head felt like it might split open any second, and I was more sure than ever that Hatch had poured me a Mickey last night. Yet he had expected me to go out on the lake with him this morning. Must have been nearly 10 a.m. by the time I'd showered, shaved, dressed, and joined Buster at the little cafe. Already, half a dozen early morning anglers had come back to boast about their catches, and the big ones had got away.
Now, don't you tell us all, Buster, but that big one, Buster, he must have been 8.5 pounds.
Yeah, I'm sure it was, Mr. Hector.
Well, the place I lost him was in the second cove this side of the dam by the big square rock.
Second cove this side of the dam, did you say?
That's right next to the big square rock.
Hey, Jim, I know a great spot for us to try this afternoon. Yeah, I heard that, too.
Now, don't you tell us all about that spot, Buster.
Cross my heart, Mr. Hector.
Good. Say, Henry, I want to tell you about a place I...
You feeling any better, Johnny?
Yeah, much. Now, listen. If Gordon Hatch is up here after the money and jewelry of Mr. Fellows and his party, or for any reason at all connected with them,
Yeah?
I think you and I had better hop into a boat and get...
Mr. Faber.
Oh, yes, Miss Fellows. Good morning.
Please come outside quickly.
Come on, Johnny.
Right.
Miss Fellows, this is Johnny Dollar, friend of mine, special investigator.
Oh, thank goodness you're here, Mr. Dollar. Buster, we'd been robbed.
What? When, Mrs. Fellows?
Sometime during the night. All our jewelry, Mrs. Harkins and Mrs. Peterson's and mine. Why, it must be hundreds of thousands of dollars worth. My diamond brooch alone is worth...
You found him, Martha.
Yes, Ralph. Oh, this is Mr. Dollar, and he's some kind of an investigator.
Good. I've heard of you, Dollar.
I've told them, Ralph, about the jewelry.
Yeah, well, whoever did it got our money, too. With all we brought along to gamble in Vegas, must be over $20,000. And how he managed to sneak into our cabins...
And without waking us, too.
Of course, we were pretty tired last night.
Well, good morning.
Mr. Pratt.
Oh, what seems to be... Johnny, glad to see you.
How are you, Ham? I got some bad news for you.
Yeah, Ham, it looks like he's done it.
Oh? Gordon Hatch?
Yeah. Better make a thorough search of his cabin.
Gordon Hatch.
Oh, no.
I'm afraid so.
Great Scott.
So, Ham, look in his luggage, under the mattresses, anywhere else you can think of.
Right, Johnny.
Mr. Dollar, do you mean to say that Gordon Hatch is here at this...
Better look in his car, too, Ham. Under the car and the upholstery.
Look here now, Mr. Dollar.
Sorry, Mr. Fellows. I'll have to talk to you later. Come on, Buster. You and I are going for a boat ride.
Act Three of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Do you know who Uncle Sam's lawyer is? If your answer is the Attorney General, you're absolutely right. But being legal advisor to the President and other governmental agencies is only part of his job. His main task is running the Department of Justice which makes sure that the laws passed by Congress are carried out, and that lawyers are available when the government must be represented in court. Let me give you an example. Suppose there is some question concerning the amount or kind of tax you should pay, or suppose you and the government don't agree as to which of you owns certain land. That's when the Department of Justice steps in to represent the government side of the case. If anyone is brought to trial for counterfeiting, smuggling, gold hoarding, or passport forging, the Department of Justice prosecutes the case. It also handles all matters dealing with legal immigration. And all of this activity is the responsibility of an important member of the President's Cabinet, the Attorney General. Just as it is the duty of the United States government to protect each and every one of you, it is the duty of the Attorney General to protect the government of the United States.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Wayward Trout Matter.
Lake Mojave was calm as a mill pond, and Buster made the spray fly as we headed almost due north up toward the big basin. But we didn't have to go that far. Buster, with the sharpest eyes I've ever known, spotted the ripples from the wake of a boat that had pulled into a deep, winding cove on the Arizona side.
Hang on, Johnny. Looks to me like Hatch's boat went in that cove.
You mean to say you can tell what boat made that wake?
Plain as a pair of footprints in the sand when the lake is calm like this.
First thing I want to do is inspect that boat of his.
You think he might have the jewelry and money on board?
He's too smart to have left them around the cabin or his car.
Look, that's his boat in there, all right. Tied up that low, rocky ledge that sticks out.
What under the sun is he doing there, between his boat and that ledge?
Well, it looks to me like he's trying to hide something there in the water. Well, we'll soon find out.
Well, Buster, Mr. Dollar, it looks like you've caught me in the act.
Yeah, it kind of looks that way, doesn't it, Hatch? What were you so busy shoving down in the water between your boat and that ledge when we pulled out?
Well, I figured no one would find it here, Mr. Dollar.
Yeah, I'll bet.
But I decided to move the live box into this hidden cove when I first came out this morning.
The live box?
But after all, it was you who warned me someone might try to steal some of these beautiful fish I've caught, and I'm keeping alive in it. But as long as you found me out, go here. Take a look at it.
Not a thing here on his boat, Johnny.
Yeah, look at them. Ever see such a nice mess of fasts in your life?
Yeah, they're beauties.
And that trout on the bottom. I got him way up the lake yesterday morning. Must be 10 pounds.
That the one you plan to have stuffed?
That's the one.
Well, you better have it done pretty soon. He looks dead to me.
Yes, he was this way when I came out this morning. So, when I'm through fishing today, I'll head back to L.A. with him to a taxidermist.
Hatch, there's something I want to talk to you about.
I know, Dollar. But it's your own fault.
Huh?
I pounded on your door till I thought I'd wake the dead.
Oh, no, that isn't...
However, since you're here now, well, why not keep our fishing date now?
Mr. Hatch, will you
Darn
please...
it, though, I don't have an extra rod in my boat.
Well, come on, Johnny. I'll give you one out of my boat, rod and reel.
Oh, yeah, sure, okay.
Dollar, I'll take you to fishing spots even Buster doesn't know about.
Not a sign of the jewels and stuff on his boat, Johnny. Huh? Even went through his tackle box. Well, maybe he's hidden the stuff somewhere along the shore. If he's the one who took it.
He looks and talks as innocent as a baby. So the only thing I can do is keep an eye on him and try to feel him out.
Come on, boys. Time's a-wasting.
Oh, here, Johnny, you try this rod on for size.
Well, that looks good to me.
And here, take along a couple of these fast-strike minnow hooks. If anything, they'll get you big bass. They sure will.
Yeah, or maybe a trout like the one that Mr...
What's the matter, Johnny?
Come on, Buster.
What? What's the matter?
Well, it's about time. What were you two gabbing about over there?
Say, Hatch, I want another look in the live box at that big trout.
I don't blame you a bit. Well, step into the boat and I'll raise the top so you can really see it.
No, I think I'll pull the whole contraption up here on the ledge.
That'll take the fish out of the water.
Well, you said that trout was dead early this morning.
Well, that's right.
Then why is he on the bottom of this thing? Why isn't he floating belly up? Here now.
I don't know, but I don't see what... Now, wait, what are you doing? Oh, those beautiful fish in there will die like the trout.
Oh, I just want a real close look at that trout.
Oh, just a minute.
These live ones will hold still long enough for me to...
Dollar, put them back in the water.
Here we are. Ooh, 10 pounds?
Look here now.
Why, this fish weighs 20 pounds if he weighs an ounce.
Dollar?
And no wonder the way you've got him stuffed full of... Well, how about this? A beautiful diamond brooch. No wonder you decided to get back to L.A. And not to stuff this trout, but to unstuff him. And how about this bracelet? Emeralds, aren't they? And look at these nice new $100 bills. A bit wet, perhaps?
You're holding more than money and jewels in your hand, Dollar.
Oh, now, put that thing away.
I'm talking about your life. And I won't hesitate to pull this trigger unless you toss that money and those jewels into this boat.
While I toss this oar at you, Mr. Hatch?
Put it down, Buster, or I'll shoot you, too. Toss me the jewels, Dollar. Toss them. And Buster, stay where you are.
How about the whole trout, Mr. Hatch? All right, drop that.
Sure, boy, Johnny. Johnny, you really clobbered him.
Yeah, but... Oh, Buster, if you hadn't thrown that oar...
And if you hadn't hit him in the face with that wet fish, Johnny, he would have plugged you.
Yeah, Buster. I always did like trout. Expense account total, including boat and bait for 5 days of really great fishing, cabin rental and meals, and trip back to Hartford, $815 even. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote today's story. Heard in our cast were Eleanor Audley, Larry Dobkin, Barney Phillips, Edgar Barrier, Junius Matthews, Russell Thorson, and Alan Reed. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, has been a presentation of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
Johnny, this is Lee Harkins, Continental Insurance and Trust Company.
Lee, my old fishing pal. You still holding down the Ohio branch of the company there in Columbus?
Yes, John, I am, but now look here.
Well, brother, I never will forget the great fishing you and I had over on Darby Creek a couple of years back.
Look, John.
And along about this time every year, the urge really gets to me. Hey, have the streams cleared up yet from the spring rains?
No, quite the contrary. As a matter of fact...
How about Little Raccoon Creek down near Jackson? Boy, remember those big channel cats and the bass?
Johnny, will you listen to me?
Huh? Oh, sure, I'm all ears.
The big river has gone on a rampage again. Spring floods.
You mean the Ohio?
Yes, and every other river of any size. The rains are still coming down.
I see.
Whole towns are being washed away by the floodwaters. Death and destruction all over.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lee. I didn't mean to sound so... Well, you know, mention fishing and I lose my head.
Look, Johnny, I need you out here. Can you come right away?
Well, sure.
You see, any fishing we do may be for the bodies of people.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Continental Insurance and Trust Company, Columbus, Ohio office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Wayward River matter. Expense account item 1, $43.50, transportation to New York on a flagship to Columbus, Ohio. It was 5:30 p.m. and raining hard when the big four-engine plane set down gently at Port Columbus Airport some 7 miles out of town. My plan was to go into the Fort Hayes Hotel and call Lee Harkins from there. So after picking up my luggage, I headed for the door in a taxi stand. But Lee, it seems, had other ideas.
Here, let me help you with your bag.
Ah, it's all right, son. I'm just looking for a taxi to... Lee!
Well, my car's right out here, Johnny. The sooner we get started, the better. You know, right through this door.
Yeah, well, wait. The sooner we get started, where? Where are we going?
To the town of Carteret, about 100 miles or so south. Now, come on. Don't want to get soaked?
Oh, hey!
Come on.
Whatever you say.
Come on now. I'll hop in.
Oh, brother. Phew. Why didn't you tell me to bring a raincoat?
Why don't you read the papers?
Been raining like this for long?
Off and on for 3 or 4 weeks. We may have a mean ride ahead of us.
Well, what's it all about, Lee?
Well, the floods along the Ohio have been pretty severe this year, Johnny. They've been somewhat later than usual.
Yeah, that much I did read about.
Half a dozen of the big cities have been taking a real beating, in spite of all their preparations for the big runoff.
I know. It's been through all over the country.
Well, what you don't read about in the headlines, though, is the little places, like Carteret. It's my old hometown, Johnny. I've sold a lot of policies there, particularly to the local shopkeepers, you know, on their stocks and merchandise.
So there's been a lot of flood damage, and your company's having to pay up a lot of claims.
No, not yet. So far, the town's been lucky. Most of the recent bad storms have been across the state line, up in Pennsylvania or over in West Virginia. Same was true last year and the year before.
So?
So the people down around Carteret, farmers mostly, haven't gone ahead with their flood control project the way they should have.
Is Carteret right on the Ohio?
No, it's in a valley, a few miles north. It's on the Crooked River. And parts of the town are actually below the riverbank. Now, you see what that means?
Yeah, I sure can.
Most of the year, it's a quiet, lazy stream about 50 or 60 feet wide. But when the feeder streams up in the hills start, pouring water down.
And if it overflows?
Half the town will go with it. Be swept right down into the Ohio.
Lee, don't they know enough to prepare for this sort of thing?
Johnny, like I say, they've been lucky so far. This present storm has been bigger and longer than anything they've ever had.
Well, what about the State Flood Control Commission, or whatever it's called? Can't they do anything?
Look, let's face it. What's a little burg like Carteret when there are 100 bigger and more important towns in the same fix?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Before the lines went down, I got a call from Fred Norlock, one of my big accounts down there. Big hardware firm. Unless the river goes down, he's going to lose the whole place. That means over a $100,000 insurance claim.
But what can I possibly do, Lee?
I don't know, Johnny. I just don't know.
We were heading south on Route 23, and by the time we reached Chillicothe, the rain had led up to a drizzle. By the time we reached Jackson, where we left the main highway, it had let up entirely. But I noticed that every little stream we passed was overflowing its banks. Finally, it must have been after midnight, we pulled up on a low hill overlooking the town of Carteret. And it started to rain again, to rain hard. Below us, the crooked river was a terrible, terrifying thing to watch. Power lines were out, but maybe hundreds of kerosene and gasoline lanterns, flashlights, and lights from cars showed only too plainly the perils of the brown, rushing, raging torrent that threatened the town. Men stripped to the waist, the banker and the ditch digger side by side, the farmer and the merchant, toiled frantically to reinforce the levee with bags of sand, stone, cement, anything they could find, while the river lapped hungrily at their feet, trying to undermine the embankment as quickly as it was built up. Back of them were others, filling the sandbags, bulldozing additional strength to the levee, hauling truckloads of sand and rock and gravel, digging, shoveling, filling, anything they could do. I'd never seen a more dedicated group of people. Men, women, children, all working in a common cause. Not just for themselves, but for the survival of their neighbors, their town. And the ugly river was like a thing alive, clawing at them, seeking to destroy them. Huge floating masses of debris flew by at express train speed, whirling now and then to strike out at the embankment, fighting to break it down. Thousands of tons of wreckage, parts of houses, chicken coops, trees, and brush, anything that would float. I stood there appalled and almost overwhelmed by a feeling of utter helplessness.
Can't they see? If they were up here on this hill, they could see that they're losing ground, Johnny. The river's rising faster than they can build up the levee.
Yeah, Lee, yeah, it looks that way.
What's the matter with you guys? Can't you see they need help down there? Anybody doesn't help, I'll be shot.
Oh, he's right, Johnny. We ought to go down there and help for whatever it's worth.
Wait. That one section where they're all working.
It's right above the cut into Perry Street. If the levee goes there, it'll sweep the whole section down the valley into the Ohio River.
But look, Lee. Look, back there, behind us. The reason why the water's piling up, don't you see? That old railroad bridge. The trees, the mud, the ruffle that's piled up against it. That railroad trestle has become a regular dam.
Hey, you're right.
The more of that debris piling up there, the stronger it gets.
And the higher it gets, too. With the water mounting up behind it that way, the levee over Perry Street will go in a matter of minutes.
Right. But break that dam somehow, and the water will get through. Down the crooked river into the Ohio.
Yeah. Break that dam and it'll save the town.
Yes.
Oh, but how, Johnny? How?
Yeah, how?
Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
And now for another episode in the life of Sergeant Donald Bellwether, my husband.
Reba, when are you going to serve dinner?
Oh, in a few minutes, dear.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Wait a minute, Donald. I want you to hear my speech.
You mean the safety speech for the PTA meeting?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on. Do I have to?
You want dinner?
You blackmailer. Okay, where do you want me to sit? On the sofa?
No, in the dining room. I've got to practice projecting my voice.
Projecting your voice? Are you kidding? Wait a minute. How's this?
Oh, that's fine. Okay, now, after the president introduces me, I'll say, Madam Chairlady, parents, visitors. According to the National Safety Council, last year in the United States, 4,450 youngsters under 15 years were killed in traffic accidents.
How many?
Oh, please, Donald, don't interrupt. 4,450.
Oh, that's an awful lot.
Yes, dear, it is. Well, then I go on to say, ladies and gentlemen, how can we help prevent traffic accidents from killing and maiming our youngsters? We must remember that children will act like children. Therefore, when we drive by schools, playgrounds, and the neighborhoods where children are playing, we must act like mature adults and be on the sharp lookout for that sudden ball bouncing across the street with a little child running after.
Hey, that's very good, honey.
As soon as children are old enough to understand, it is up to us, the parents, to instill in their minds the dangers of playing near traffic. Children must be taught to obey all safety rules and safety patrols, to board and alight from the school bus without horseplay. And, above all, we adults should obey all safety rules, because children mimic their parents.
Honey, you act and talk just like a professional speaker.
Well, thanks.
You know, you're really good. I'm proud of you.
Oh, that's my Donald. That's my doll.
And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Wayward River Matter.
From our vantage point on the hill above the little town of Carteret, we could see why the Crooked River was rising so fast, threatening to engulf the town.
You're right, Johnny. The debris against the old railroad trestle has made a dam.
And somehow we've got to break that dam. But how? Lee.
Yeah?
Any stores down there, any of them carry dynamite?
Yeah, down there on Perry Street. Norlock Supply Company.
Then come on.
Norlock, one of my biggest clients. If the levee breaks, his place will take the brunt of the flood. There, you see down there? He has men putting sandbags around it.
They won't mean a thing if the levee goes. Why doesn't he send those men back on up to the river's edge where they can do some good?
Johnny, he's the only man in town looking after his personal property. The only one selfish enough to... Say, listen, he's also the man who's always opposed doing something about this river.
Save your breath, Lee. We've got to get down there and get some dynamite. The groups we passed, still vainly trying to chink up holes in the levee, all but spat on us as we passed. Because we weren't working with them, trying to save their town from the raging Crooked River, or so they thought. Finally, we slogged our way to the Norlock Supply Company on Berry Street.
More sand, faster! Fill those bags and get them around my place. The levee goes, it'll all come down here. More sandbags, more!
You're crazy, Mr. Norlock. You're wasting your time.
What? Mr. Harkins.
Why, if that levee goes, nothing will save this place of yours.
He's right, Norlock. Get your men on up to the levee where they'll do some good.
Sure, but then you'll pay the insurance if my place is swept away.
It won't be if we save the town. We need dynamite.
Who are you?
Oh, this is Johnny Dollar.
Insurance investigator? What are you doing here?
Look, there's no time to stand around and talk. We need dynamite, a lot of it.
What for?
Well, the wreckage from up the river. It's jammed against the old railroad trestle south of town. And it's made a regular dam. That's what's backing up the water.
I know, I've seen. You gonna blow that up?
That's right. Now, where's the dynamite?
Anybody go out on that trestle with the pressure of the river against it, he's crazy. Any part of that goes, he'll go with it, he'll be killed.
He's right, mister. Be suicide to go up there.
Come on, let's have the dynamite. And you men, get up above where you can help.
Now you wait.
Load that truck with all the bags you can, but get up there fast.
But my place here, what about my store?
Norlock, where's that dynamite?
I won't give it to you.
Oh, listen, Mr. Norlock.
I refuse. If you suicide you to go out on that railroad trestle.
But if we don't, the whole town will go.
And I tell you, Mr. Dollar, are you threatening to shoot me? Put that away.
Oh, Johnny, wait.
Let me handle this, Lee.
You're crazy, Dollar. Put that gun away.
All right, Norlock, it's up to you.
What do you mean?
Unless you give us the dynamite, I'll blast the lock off this place of yours and get it myself. Well?
All right. All right. In here. But I tell you, you're mad.
Oh, was Norlock mad? A victim of the panic that all too often seizes a man when the going gets tough. But he did give us the dynamite. Then, with two of his workmen, Lee Harkins and I trudged through the mud and the night loaded with cases of dynamite, back to the old railroad trestle. And when we got there, I wondered if maybe Norlock wasn't right after all. If it wouldn't be suicide to go out on it. The pileup of debris against it was huge. Back of it, the deadly brown water swirled and eddied, throwing telegraph poles, railroad ties, huge trees pounding against it, battering at the old framework of the trestle. If only they'd strike hard enough to break it down, break the dam. Perhaps they would. By that time, the town of Carteret would be lost. Yes, somebody had to do this job, and it looked like I'd elected myself. I'm not quite clear on what happened during that next 20 or 30 minutes. They seemed like 30 years of nightmare. But I edged my way out on that rickety framework, a fused case of dynamite under my arm. It was dark, and I had to feel my way along over planks and boards and trees that the force of the water had thrown up on the trestle. The wires leading back to the plunger that would set off the charge would catch and drag. But I knew I had to reach the first long span to make the explosive do its work. And all the while, the old bridge creaked and groaned and shook from the impact of the wreckage being thrown against it by the angry water. But then, finally, the job was done, and I felt my way back to the bank.
Hurry, Johnny! Hurry!
Yeah, I'm coming. Everything ready here.
Don't you see? The levee above. It's starting to go. Back over the town, there's a gap. The water's rushing.
Okay, Lee, the plunger.
Yes. All right.
All right, then lie down. Quick, get down. Here she goes.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Do you know who said, "My political ideal is democracy. Everyone should be respected as an individual, but no one idolized"? I am convinced that degeneracy follows every autocratic system of violence, for violence inevitably attracts moral inferiors. Time has proved that illustrious tyrants are succeeded by scoundrels. Those words were written by the great scientist Albert Einstein. Einstein saw the weaknesses of a government in which too much power was centered in too few people, a government based upon violence. Einstein saw the danger of elevating a person to so high a level that he might seize power to which he was not entitled. Such a situation is not in the American tradition. Remember the words of Albert Einstein. They are part of your American heritage. Degeneracy follows every autocratic system of violence.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Wayward River Matter.
The charge of dynamite on the old railroad bridge had broken the dam that the angry river had thrown up against it. Had released the little town from the threat of being washed down the valley into the Ohio River. The men and women and children, spent from having struggled against the raging water throughout the night and all the day before, went quietly back to their homes and farms to rest and sleep. And nature, defeated, gave up. The rain stopped and the skies cleared. Even the charging yellow waters of the crooked river seemed to diminish in a sort of frustration. What damage had been done to the town could wait now until the people were rested, refreshed. As Lee Harkins and I plodded wearily over to the village inn, I noticed that the streets were deserted. Yeah, even as the long gray fingers of dawn reached up into the sky, the town, exhausted, slept. Unmindful of the rooster in someone's backyard who sought to rouse it. Nor did we rouse the innkeeper, but picked a couple of rooms and settled down to rest our weary bones. But I couldn't sleep. Somewhere in the back of my brain, a little worry began to form, to peck away at me. In all of Carteret the night before, there'd been one man and one man only who'd ignored the common good to look after his own selfish interests. I went into Lee's room and awakened him.
Oh, no, Johnny, later. I'm so dead I can hardly go back to sleep. Well,
No, come on, just a couple of questions, Lee. Listen to me.
Oh, why don't you let me sleep?
Over 100,000 insurance, you said.
Yeah, 100 and... I don't know.
Well, if you ask me, that's too much for a business of any kind in a town this size. Much too much.
So maybe I gave him a break on his valuation.
Yeah.
You know, to help sign up some of the other merchants.
But 100,000 of insurance money would give him enough to live on the rest of his life.
Oh, now, look, why don't you go back to bed, Johnny?
Lee, he knew about that dam at the railroad trestle. And so far as I could see, he was the only one who did.
Well, everybody else was so busy at the levee.
But did he try to do anything about it? No. Instead, he went through the motions of trying to protect his property. But he knew that if that levee broke, nothing would save it.
All right. Chalk it up to panic.
Panic, huh? He fought to keep us from getting that dynamite, the one thing that could save the town. He kept those workmen away from where they might have done some good, at the levee. He alone wanted that levee to break.
But good heavens, Johnny, you... Well, you're right. You must be.
Yeah, I'm right. I'm going out and look for Mr. Fred Norlock.
Yeah, but there isn't a soul out there. Everybody's...
Maybe. That's what I want to find out. I found Fred Norlock, alone, up on the inner bank, the riverside of the levee, where anyone down below couldn't see him. And he was working with a shovel, a crowbar. Beside him was a pile of dynamite. I'd given him that idea. All right, Norlock, lay down that shovel.
Dollar.
The river didn't do it the way you planned last night, did it?
Maybe not. Because of you, but you're not going to stop me now.
Oh, now put that thing down.
I'll kill you, Dollar, if you come any closer. And nobody'll know because there's nobody around. I'll throw your body in the river. Nobody'll ever know.
Sure. Set up a small charge, enough to breach the levee.
That's right. It's already in. You can't stop it.
And the river will crash through, destroy that failing business of yours down there, and take with it the homes in the valley, the livestock, maybe even the people.
Keep your hand away from that pocket.
So it's you or me, huh? And if I go, the town goes too.
Yes.
But if I can outdraw
This
you...
pistol is aimed at your chest. Now you walk straight ahead to the edge of the river. Walk! Johnny!
What?
Now! Now! Oh, yes!
Norlock's body was never recovered. He'd lived alone. He died alone. A crooked man in the crooked river. Nor was he mourned in the little town he'd tried to destroy. Expense account total, including transportation back to Hartford, $100 even. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote today's story. Heard in our cast were Chet Stratton, Frank Gerstle, Bob Bruce, and Parley Bear. Special sound patterns by Tom Hanley and Bill James. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Roy Rowan speaking.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, has been a presentation of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
WBBM-FM, Chicago.
Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, the refreshing, delicious treat that gives you chewing enjoyment, presents for your listening enjoyment John Lund as
Johnny Dollar.
Stanley Mitchell, Dollar.
Oh, how are you, Mr. Mitchell?
I'm fine. Are you employed?
No, not since last Tuesday.
Then you can take an assignment.
Fast as you can give it to me.
Go to New York and see a Mr. Alan Saxton. He recently returned from Europe where he purchased a supposedly priceless painting. It's applied to our company for insurance on it.
You said supposedly priceless. Is there a doubt?
Yeah, big one. Several experts have examined the painting, claim it's a forgery. Saxton yelled foul all over the place. He paid $200,000 for the article.
Well, I do a little yelling myself.
A whole group of experts are going to give the painting every test there is, and if it stands up, we're obliged to insure it.
And if it doesn't, I leave before Saxton comes to a boil, huh?
That's about it.
I'll get right on it, Mr. Mitchell.
the makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum bring you John Lund in a transcribed adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Friends, the makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum present these weekly adventures of Johnny Dollar because they know that millions of you enjoy Johnny Dollar. That's true of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, too. It's enjoyed by millions, day in and day out. People find that chewing on a smooth, delicious piece of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum somehow makes time pass more pleasantly. Whether you're working, driving, shopping, or just taking things easy, that good, tasty chewing gives you enjoyment and satisfaction. So always keep a package of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum handy. And whenever you want a refreshing, delicious treat, chew a stick. You'll like it. You really will.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Great Eastern Life Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Alan Saxton matter. Expense account item 1, $21.65, train fare and incidentals between Hartford and New York City. I arrived at Grand Central late in the afternoon and went directly to a hotel where I registered and made arrangements to rent a car. Saxton resided in a quaint 3-story house on an estate across the river in Jersey that looked impressive enough to be an annex to Fort Knox. An old cad butler met me at the door and led the way into a mahogany and leather study, where I was left to wait for the master of the house.
Mr. Dollar?
That's right.
Glad to know you. Mitchell of your company called, said you'd be down.
Yes, sir?
Well, sit down, sit down. A cigar?
No, thanks.
Aren't you a little premature?
How do you mean?
Well, there'll be no positive confirmation in my painting till after it's been examined, you know.
When will the examination take place?
Nasty cough.
Yeah, nasty.
I'm to turn the painting over to Mr. Farmer from the museum tomorrow morning. I imagine he'll have it for a day or so.
I understand you paid $200,000.
I sure did. 200,000 fat American dollars, Mr. Dollar. Have you any idea how long it takes to make $200,000, Mr. Dollar?
Well, that kind of depends on who's making it. Me, I start getting senile around $1.98.
Oh, Lord. If I keep hacking like this, I'll end up doing business in an oxygen tent. You like to see the painting, Mr. Dollar?
Sure.
Come on. Mr. Dollar, if I've been swindled, I'm going to cause more trouble than a hungry snake in a rabbit pen.
Who'd you buy the painting from?
One of the biggest, most respectable dealers in Paris is all. You ever been to Paris, Mr. Dollar?
Yeah.
In here. Hey, how about that Paris, eh?
Oh, I rather enjoyed myself.
I rather did, too. Yeah, I've been there a dozen times now, and I never get tired of anything. Not anything, Mr. Dollar. The last trip I met...
Terrible old man.
Huh? Oh, Barbara. I didn't see you.
Obviously. Hello.
Hello.
This is my impish daughter, only child, spoiled rotten.
Barbara.
Johnny Dollar.
Just going to show Mr. Dollar the painting. Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
You don't really like it, do you, Mr. Dollar?
Well, I really don't know much about it, Miss Saxton.
Barbara.
You don't care for it, Mr. Dollar?
Well, I guess it's very good.
Good. Dollar, that's an original Marshall. Marshall! Oh.
They're beginning to call Dad the hacking sack.
Hacking sack. Nasty little brat, isn't she?
Who told you the painting was a forgery, Mr. Saxton?
A miserable little man named Lippert fancies himself an authority. Just jealous of what he is. Give his right clavicle for that painting. Ran around telling everyone how old Saxton got taken for $200,000. Miserable little cuss.
You gonna be in town long, Mr. Dollar?
Oh, stop rolling your eyes.
That's about as crude.
And that eye rolling went out with high button shoes.
Who did you say sold you the painting?
You look out for her, Dollar. Get that tone? Are you going to be in town long, Mr. Dollar?
I want to know.
The painting?
I bought it from Rene Francois, most reputable dealer in Paris. He's only going to be in town till after they establish my painting's a forgery. Isn't that right, Dollar?
Who? Rene Francois?
You! I'm doing my best to save you from this designing female. Now agree with me.
Yeah, I'm only going to be in town
And you
until
can
after...
stay for dinner.
He cannot.
Why not, Mr. Dollar?
Well...
Because we haven't got enough food.
Oh, don't be
Now,
ridiculous.
you go on back to wherever you're staying, Mr. Dollar, and I'll get in touch the minute they finish with the painting. Now, take my word for it, Dollar. Quit while you're ahead. Stick around for dinner, and you end up a cripple.
Oh. Well, are you going to stay for dinner or not, Mr. Dollar?
He is not. Seems like a nice fella, but he never played polo in his life. How about it, Dollar?
No, just an occasional game of stickballs.
What position?
Oh, mostly gutter.
Wonderful. I was a gutter man myself. You're raised in Hell's Kitchen, you know.
Mr. Dollar, please stay for dinner.
No.
You can talk over old times. Bring back the good old days when you were out cracking skulls.
You were going to leave.
I am.
Show Mr. Dollar Saxon's word is as good as his bond.
Her bond. I'm a her. She.
Yeah, her. Sometimes I wonder. Come on, Dollar. I'll walk you to the door.
You don't have to drag him. Mr. Dollar.
Goodbye, Miss Saxton.
Please.
No! Look out! Getting better, but you're putting too much of a curve on it.
I hate you.
Come on, Dollar. You're quite a girl, huh?
Yeah.
There's nothing really wrong. Just spoiled. Got too much money. I'd ask you to stay, but you really seem like too nice a fella.
Well,
Well, what?
just well. At the moment, that's about as glib as I can get. I left the Saxton house, shook my head a few times to get my brain turned around, and drove back to New York in my hotel. There wasn't much for me to do until the experts examined the painting. So I showered, shaved, got dressed in my other suit, and called a few numbers I'd collected during several investigations to see if I could get what looked to be a dull evening back on its feet. I struck out 3 times and was dialing the 4th when... Yeah? Come on in.
Hello? May I come in?
Well, yeah, sure.
I hope I didn't interrupt an important call.
No. Sit down.
Thanks.
Where's Daddy?
Home. He wouldn't tell me where you were staying, so I found out who he was insured with. I had to call his lawyer. Then I called your insurance company.
Oh, I'm flattered.
I'm determined.
Daddy's liable to spank.
I don't think so. He's really not the general he tries to be. He blusters and lays down the law, and we butt heads.
And you get what you want.
If it's important enough.
Well, I'm sorry I spoiled your record.
You haven't.
Well, then my staying for dinner wasn't important.
Oh, yes. Very important.
Well, then you lose.
Mm-hmm. If you can't fight them, join them.
Well, that's a practical bit of philosophy, but I don't see quite how it applies.
I've had no dinner.
Uh-huh.
You wouldn't accept my home-cooked invitation, so now it's going to cost you.
My expense account just turned yellow.
Where would you like to take me to dinner?
Where would you like me to take you to dinner, Shy Violet?
Maybe I'm not the most conventional type in the world.
I'll go along with that.
But I don't want to argue. Don't want to have to coerce you. Don't want you to do anything you don't really want to do.
You just want me to take you to dinner?
It's a nice way to start off an evening.
Yeah.
And you'll take me to dinner? Johnny?
Expense account item 2, $22.78 dinner at a small Italian restaurant. I'm pretty sure the dinner was excellent, but I'm positive that Barbara Saxton was more woman than I'd run into in a long time. Delilah was a Girl Scout by comparison. We got back to the Saxton home in Jersey about 3 in the morning, parked the car at the front door, and said goodnight.
I had a wonderful evening. Will you call me tomorrow?
Right after my 2 o'clock shock treatment.
Weren't you happy?
Well, I'm not quite sure.
I think we had a little too much to drink.
Who had a little too much to drink?
Okay. I had a little too much to drink.
You're fractured.
I love you, Johnny. Let's get married.
Come on, dear love.
Oh, I don't want to go in yet. I want to get married. Johnny, let's drive to someplace where we can get married.
No, I'm once more a clear-thinking, cautious bachelor.
I can fix that.
Now while I'm conscious.
Want to bet?
Oh, come on. Be a good little girl. Get out of that car and let me walk you to the door, or I'll scream for help.
You're mean.
The word is coward.
Yes.
Now, come on, dear.
Oh, all right. You're right. You're a coward.
But a single one. Now, come on.
Kiss me goodnight first.
Barbara.
Kiss me goodnight or I won't budge.
I'll kiss you goodnight at the front door.
It's a deal.
Where's your key?
First.
Now, honey.
You promised. The front door. This is it. Go, front door.
Okay. Good night, honey.
Let's get married.
We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Now.
Shh. Honey, the door was open.
I don't want to go in. I'm not going to go
Barbara,
out.
look.
No. I'm going to sit right down here.
Oh, no, you're not.
Oh, that's nice. Carry me, Johnny. Carry me to a minister and let's get married till death do us part.
There. You're on your own. Good night.
Johnny, you come back here. You can't leave me just standing here like this.
Drink a big glass of milk and get some sleep.
Johnny.
Good night. What the...
Oh, Johnny!
What is it? What's wrong?
In the library, Dad!
What?
He's lying there. Hurt his head. It's all bloody.
Friends, Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum is a refreshing, delicious treat you can enjoy just about any time. Even when you're busy working, you can slip a stick of Wrigley's Spearmint in your mouth and enjoy that pleasant chewing. The lively, full-bodied spearmint flavor cools your mouth and freshens your taste. The good, smooth chewing helps relieve pent-up tension, gives you satisfaction. As a result, you seem to feel more relaxed and get more enjoyment out of what you're doing. So enjoy chewing Wrigley's Spearmint Gum while you work, and at other times, too. Get a few packages next time you're at the store. That's Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. And now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
Barbara Saxton was hysterical. I had to slap her to calm her down. Then together we went into the darkened Saxton house, where I found her father, Alan Saxton, lying on the floor, bleeding from a nasty scalp wound.
Johnny?
He's all right. Call a doctor. Oh, come on. Mr. Saxton.
You can't stop him.
Don't try to sit up.
What? The picture.
You all right?
What happened? Oh, Dollar.
Now, you better stay right there till we get a doctor.
I'll just sit up. Oh, my head.
Oh, it doesn't look too bad. There's a lot of blood.
My painting.
Now, just take it easy.
He got it. Look, it's gone.
Okay, but don't try to get up. It might be a concussion.
Dollar, he stole my painting, cut it right out of the frame.
Who did?
I don't know. A man. I heard something and came down. Servant's night off. Shouldn't have been anyone down here.
What'd he hit you with?
A flashlight, I think.
Doctor will be right over. Dead?
Traitor.
I thought you were dead.
I couldn't be. I'd feel better. You deserted me. Oh, for Pete's sake, stop that. I'm the one who got clobbered.
You nearly scared me half to death.
Well, I couldn't help it.
What happened?
Some dirty lowlife swiped my painting.
No.
Well, look.
The marshal.
Yeah, caught him in the act. Would have captured him, too, but he crowned me with his flashlight.
Better get some hot water and a towel.
But they have to take 50 stitches.
It's just a little cut.
It is not. It's good for at least 50 stitches.
Dear love.
Yes, dear love?
Get the hot water and a towel while I go call the robbery detail.
Yes, Johnny.
Wait. Yes, dear love. Yes, Johnny.
He took me to dinner.
It's 3:30 in the morning.
3:35.
What day?
Tuesday.
What time did you finish dinner?
Look, while you're getting your suspicions up, the thief is putting a lot of miles between this house and
Dollar, answer me one question. She didn't get you drunk and get you to marry her.
I sure tried.
But you didn't.
No.
You're a lucky boy, Johnny.
Oh, don't look so smug. You just think everyone wants to marry me for my money.
Well, don't they?
Not Johnny.
I'm going to call the police.
Wait. Just one more question. If you married my daughter, would it be for her money?
In the first place, I'm not going to marry your daughter.
Johnny.
In the second place, if I did, it wouldn't be for her money.
See?
If I was going to marry her at all, it would be for your money.
Johnny!
Barbara got a towel and some hot water, and I called the police. I stuck around while old Saxton gave his heroic side of the incident. Then I took off and drove back to the hotel, where I put in a call to the Paris branch of the company. I talked with Howard Gilbert and asked him to check on the departure of Rennie Francois, who, according to Saxton, wasn't expected to arrive in the States until late that afternoon. There had to be a good reason why anyone would steal a painting that had been publicized as a possible fake. Saxton wouldn't have the painting stolen, because without insurance, he'd just be out the $200,000 he'd paid for it. Rennie Francois might have a reason, though. Because if the painting was proved a forgery, his reputation would suffer, not to mention having to return the $200,000 to Saxton. Well, Gilbert promised to wire the information regarding Francois' departure the minute he had it, and I left the hotel and headed across town to see an old friend, a continental stool pigeon with a way of knowing about such things as stolen $200,000 paintings. It was close to 5 o'clock when I rang his doorbell.
Whoever it is, you're just being ridiculous. Allez devant.
Henri, open up.
Not by the hair of my little goatee. If I owe you money, come back at a respectable hour.
It's Johnny Dollar.
I don't believe it. Only my landlord or a vampire would go to such extremes.
Look, Henri, I'm going to slip a little something under the door.
Another 10 might convince me.
Okay, but you'll never go to heaven.
I'm convinced. Mon ami, entrez. I miss you, Johnny.
Are you that broke?
Well, until this windfall, I was completely fractured. But, what can I do for you?
Some information.
Bien. Mais is this so important that you must seek me out before the sun has risen?
You ever heard of a Mr. Alan Saxton?
Saxton?
He's been in the papers. Well, a few hours ago, someone hit him over the head and swiped a very expensive painting.
Oh, is that the Saxon who recently purchased the supposed Marshall?
That's the one.
Well, there was some doubt as to the authenticity of the painting.
Experts were going to examine it today. He paid $200,000 for it.
Marshall? I would have painted him something far superior for much less.
Who do you think would pull a job like that?
Well, what is so special about a job like that? Break into a house, steal a painting? Pfft, an amateur could handle it.
No. It's a special job for a special talent. The thief knew his Marshall. There were a lot of other paintings in that room.
Well, but he could read, couldn't he? Marshall certainly signed the work. Or, if it's a forgery, whoever painted it certainly signed Marshall's name.
This painting wasn't signed. That's one of the reasons why there's some doubt about it. Not only that, but why would someone take that painting when it's worthless until proven authentic?
You have a point.
I'm thinking of a European.
Oh, Johnny, I wouldn't touch a job like this.
Someone with an international reputation.
Please, Johnny, I am innocent. Mon ami, please believe me.
Someone who could possibly be hired in Paris, or, if he happened to be in the United States, could be contacted. Someone that would know this particular Marshall and be qualified to break into the Saxton house. Henri?
Oui.
You have that knowing look.
Well, I was just thinking about my landlord. Sooner or later, he'll trap me. It's the law of average. So far, I've cleverly avoided the St. Jean.
How much?
Pardon?
How much do you owe him?
Oh, a paltry 2 months' rent, $40.
Okay.
Yeah, but what sense is there in paying when it will only provide me with a legal claim to this disgusting dwelling? And I have no sustenance to keep me alive for longer than a week.
Well, then just pay him for a week.
You would have me starve?
How much will keep you alive for 2 months?
Well, I would at least like to take care of Greenbaum's delicatessen.
$10?
Well, the exact amount is 15.
Oh, you're lucky I've got an expense account.
You think I don't know it?
All right, who is he?
Well, you might go to the Shelton Arms and inquire about a man named Gaston Chambray. It has been rumored that he arrived from Paris only yesterday.
Who is he?
Well, that is for you to discover. There are certain things I am bound by honor not to divulge. But any policeman in the world could help you out.
I left the little Frenchman and went back to my hotel, where a cable was waiting from Gilbert at the Paris office. It told me that René Francois had booked passage on Air France and was due to arrive late in the afternoon. I left, climbed into the rented car, and drove to the Shelton Arms on East 108th Street, where a sleepy night clerk gave me Gaston Chambray's room number and accepted a $10 bribe not to inform Chambray that I was on my way up.
Who is it?
A cable for you, Mr. Chambray.
Oh.
It's from René Francois.
How do you know that?
I peeked.
You are not a messenger boy?
Sure I am. I've got a message from René Francois.
Well, give it to me.
He says to give me the painting. Oh. I'm coming in.
You have no right to come in.
You got something to hide?
Get out of here before I call the police.
Oh, no, I'll just stick around. But if you want to call the police, why don't you go right ahead? Maybe you'd like to tell them where you were earlier this morning.
I was right here in my room. I have been in my room since early last night.
You didn't take a short trip over to Jersey?
I certainly did not.
You arrived from Paris yesterday, huh?
Yes, but what has... Oh, police. You are a policeman.
I'm surprised you didn't decide that when I pushed my way in here.
I have done nothing.
But you know a René Francois.
Yes, but I know nothing about a painting.
Now, look, I know all about you.
Of course, but you can't prove anything.
You want me to tear this apartment to pieces, or do you want to hand over the Marshall?
I told you I have no painting.
I just said Marshall. That could be something you shampoo your hair with.
You mentioned a painting, then Marshall. Any fool would know they are one and the same. As for your tearing my apartment to pieces, as you so crudely put it, I think you would be making a serious mistake.
Really?
You have no warrant.
Well, now you're making a serious mistake.
Really?
I don't need one. You're still going under the assumption that I'm a policeman.
You are not?
No, not a bit. All right, get up. Now, where's the painting?
Who sent you?
I sent myself. Now, where's the painting?
Okay. No. Wait a minute. It's under the pillows on the couch.
Uh-huh. Why did you steal it? Maybe you didn't understand me.
No. All right. I was hired.
Sure you were. Rennie Francois?
Yes.
Okay. Now, as long as you're so suspicious about policemen, put on your clothes. I'll take you downtown, introduce you to a few of the gentlemen in blue. Gaston Chambray gave a complete confession to the police. He'd been hired by the Paris art dealer, René Francois, to steal the painting, had been discovered by Alan Saxton, and in order to make his escape was forced to clout the old boy on the skull with his flashlight. René Francois was met at the plane, and when confronted with the evidence, readily confessed. He explained that when the Marchot was proclaimed a possible forgery, he realized that if it really was, his business would be ruined, and he would have to return the $200,000 to Saxton. He checked with the sources that had originally sold him the painting and discovered that there was a strong possibility that the painting was a fake. He offered Chambray $10,000 to do the job. He'd arrive in the States after the robbery, offer his condolences, meet Chambray at a predetermined spot, and take the painting. Well, Saxton took it in stride, and after Francois gave him back the money, he even laughed about it.
You really did a fine job, Dollar. I'd like to make it worth your while.
Well, it'll just cost you the $85 I paid out in bribes. The rest goes on the expense account.
Johnny.
Oh, you look pretty bad.
Terrible hangover.
Johnny, don't be mean. You're responsible for this.
You got my $200,000 for me. It was that Francois. He was behind the whole thing. Some guy named
Daddy.
Well, don't you want to hear about it?
Johnny, will you take care of me? I need somebody to take care of me.
Oh, dear love, I'd love to.
Really?
But I've got to get back to Hartford.
I can be packed in an hour.
Oh, there you go with that eye rolling again.
I'm not rolling them. They're rolling themselves. I have absolutely no control whatsoever, Johnny. Dear love.
Yes, dear love.
Can I go with you?
No.
Why not?
Well, I'm an insurance man.
What's the matter with that?
Oh, nothing. Only I know a bad risk when I see one.
Johnny, I'm not a bad risk.
No, but I am.
Better. Here, have a cigar.
Expense account item 3, $55.85, hotel bill and car rental. Item 4, $19.65, train fare and incidentals back to Hartford. Expense account total, $119.93. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Remember, friends, Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum is a refreshing, delicious treat you can enjoy just about any time. Chew a few sticks of Wrigley's Spearmint during the day and see how the good chewing helps you keep feeling fresh and alert. The lively, full-bodied flavor of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum cools your mouth, freshens your taste, and sweetens your breath. The chewing itself gives you a nice little boost, helps you keep going at your best. Millions of people get real chewing enjoyment out of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum every day, and we know you'll enjoy it, too. Get a few packages and always keep some handy. That's Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, brought to you by Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, stars John Lund in the title role and was written by Blake Edwards with music by Eddie Dunstetter. Featured in tonight's cast were Edgar Barrier, Hal March, Virginia Gregg, and Jay Novello. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, was transcribed in Hollywood by Jaime Del Valle. The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum hope you enjoyed tonight's story of Johnny Dollar and that you're enjoying delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum every day. This is Charles Lyon, inviting you to join us again next week at the same time when from Hollywood, John Lund returns as...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
This is the CBS Radio Network.
Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, the refreshing, delicious treat that gives you chewing enjoyment, presents for your listening enjoyment John Lund as
Johnny Dollar.
Eric Carlson, Dollar.
Oh, hello, Mr. Carlson. What can I do for you?
If you're free, take an assignment.
Oh, I'm free.
Fine. Atlas Indemnity insures most of the independent diamond traders. You know, they're the little fellows who buy and sell on the sidewalks along New York's Diamond Row. Well, in the past 6 months, nearly 2/3 of them have canceled their insurance.
Somebody offering a less expensive policy?
No, they're suddenly going broke. Some of them after 20 and 30 years of trading.
And I'm to find out why?
Exactly. For a starter, you might see E.G. Moss. He's president of the Independent Diamond Traders Association.
I'll get right on it, Mr. Carlson.
the makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum bring you John Lund in another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Friends, the makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum present these weekly adventures of Johnny Dollar because they know that millions of you enjoy Johnny Dollar. That's true of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, too. It's enjoyed by millions, day in and day out. People find that chewing on a smooth, delicious piece of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum somehow makes time pass more pleasantly. Whether you're working, driving, shopping, or just taking things easy, that good, tasty chewing gives you enjoyment and satisfaction. So always keep a package of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum handy. And whenever you want a refreshing, delicious treat, chew a stick. You'll like it. You really will.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Atlas Indemnity Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the independent diamond traders matter. Expense account item 1, $21.30, train fare and incidentals between Hartford and New York City. At Grand Central, I phoned the Independent Diamond Traders Association and was told by the secretary that E.G. Moss could see me in half an hour. Outside, the city was being powdered clean and white by a late afternoon snowfall, so I indulged in the luxury of a stroll to the association's 47th Street headquarters. They were on the second floor of a converted brownstone. I was a few minutes early when I entered the dingy, deserted reception room. The secretary was absent from her desk, but the boss's door had been carelessly left ajar, just enough to allow some strictly extracurricular business to filter out.
Susan, I'm sick to death of the name. She runs your life, Edgar, like she runs it all.
Dearest.
Why the traders ever elected you their president, I can't imagine. A man who can't even protect his own interests to get the selfish snip of a scepter.
That is enough, Mona.
Just as you say. Bye.
Dearest, please, no, I didn't mean...
Let me go.
Mona, I spoke in haste, dearest.
Edgar.
Forgive me.
Edgar, my makeup.
Say you will forgive me.
Perhaps later.
Now.
Edgar, please. My hair, I'll look a wreck.
But I can't let you go like this. Anger between us.
Then meet me tonight, as you promised.
All right. I'll think of something to tell Susan.
I'm sure you will. Goodbye, Edgar.
No, not through the reception.
Eavesdropping is a despicable habit, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, hello. I didn't hear you come in.
That is obvious.
That door was open when I walked in here.
And you might have made your presence known to Mr. Moss.
Well, I'll confess it occurred
I'll
to me...
tell my Mr. Moss you're here.
Okay. Have it your way.
Ah, Susan, you are back with my sandwiches and tea. Good. My stomach complains that it is past tea time, and I didn't know we had a visitor.
This is Mr. Dollar.
Mr. Dollar?
From the insurance company.
Atlas Indemnity.
He phoned me just before I went out for your tea, Father.
Oh, yes, of course. How do you do, Mr. Dollar?
Hello, Mr. Moss.
Forgive me, please, for being so addle-headed. So many things on my mind today.
Yeah, sure.
Come into my office, Mr. Dollar, please. Make yourself comfortable. That chair, I think you will find us relaxing.
Oh, thank you.
Cigar?
No, thanks.
Then perhaps tea. There is enough for both of us. And some of these small sandwiches, they're delicious.
No, thanks. You go ahead, though.
Of course, tea from a paper carton can hardly be compared with the delicate aroma of tea brewed in a china pot.
Mr. Moss, if you don't mind, I'd like to get directly to the reason for this call.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Dollar. I'm rambling again, as Susan says. Susan is my stepdaughter, Mr. Dollar. A lovely girl, do you not agree?
Very lovely, Mr. Moss. And now if you...
She volunteers her services here at the association since we can no longer afford to pay a secretary.
I understand more than 2/3 of your membership have gone out of business.
Oh, yes. That is true. Friends and associates, men I have grown to respect and admire over the past 30 years. One by one selling what stones they have, leaving the street for who knows where.
Why, Mr. Moss?
Didn't your company give you the details, Mr. Dollar? I have had considerable correspondence with your Mr.
Eric Carlson.
Yes. He wrote me he was planning to send someone to assist the association. I thought surely he would have agreed to.
Well, Carlson gave me the basic situation, but he said that you'd fill me in.
Oh, yes, I see.
Now tell me, in your opinion, what or who is forcing these small traders out of business?
Prices, of course. When suddenly a diamond worth $1,000 can be purchased for $800, the small trader is the first to get hurt.
Yeah, go on.
The members of our association have their modest capital invested in diamonds at long-established market prices, Mr. Dollar. As you know, the diamond market is rigidly controlled, and there was little or no fluctuation until recently.
And then?
From some source, diamonds were poured upon the market at far below the normal price.
Any idea where these cut-rate stones are coming from, Mr. Moss?
None. Obviously, if I did have, I would take action.
I see. Well, thanks, Mr. Moss. I won't take any more of your time.
What are you going to do, Mr. Dollar?
Oh, ask questions around the big trading houses. Try to find out who's selling the stones at bargain basement prices and how the seller is able to cut such a slice off the normal price.
The association would be very grateful, Mr. Dollar.
Goodbye, Mr. Moss.
Goodbye, sir, and thank
Yes?
Any chance of burying the hatchet, Miss Carla?
You seem to be very anxious to save face, Mr. Dollar.
Look, I said I was sorry. I was listening and you caught me cold. But considering the dialogue that was coming out of your father's office, wouldn't you have listened?
Well, I suppose Daddy is a little silly over that woman. And maybe I did leave his door ajar.
I accept your apology.
Hey, I didn't apologize. I said maybe I left his door ajar.
Now who's trying to save face?
I didn't apologize.
Shall we call it a draw?
You're very persuasive, Mr. Dollar.
Goodbye, Susan. It was after 6, and the larger merchants along Diamond Row were closed. For convenience, I checked into a small hotel around the corner from Moss's office, sent for my bag at the station, and went out to dinner. Expense account item 2, $3.05. Note, I don't want this to set a precedent in low dinner tabs. I just wasn't hungry. Well, the charm of the first snowfall had now palled on me, so I bought some papers and returned to the hotel.
Yes, sir?
318, please.
380. Oh, Mr. Dollar. Oh, forgive me. I didn't recognize
That's all right.
you.
You've only seen me once before.
Well, yes, of course, but that certainly is no excuse. It just seems that lately I... Oh, my. There I go again. There's a package for you.
A package?
Yes, I have it here. No, that's not it. Let me see. Oh, yes. Now, here it is. There you are, sir.
Oh, thank you. Were you on duty when this was delivered?
Mr. Dollar, with the exception of Wednesdays, I am on duty every day, from 8 in the morning until noon, and from 4 until midnight. And since this is Tuesday, obviously...
How about this package? Who delivered it?
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Dollar, but I just... Oh, my. I just can't help it. Well, as a matter of fact, I must have dozed off. I found it on the desk about 10 minutes ago.
I see. May I have my key, please? 318. I went up to my room and opened the package. Inside was a card which bore the inscription Mona. And nestling in black velvet, a pair of diamonds. 10 carats each, if my amateur eye was any judge. Johnny Dollar.
This is Mona, Mr. Dollar.
Mona? Well, I don't quite know what to say.
You received the package, I gather.
Yeah, I received it.
Interested in the content?
Oh, tremendously.
I thought you would be, considering your business with Edgar Moss this afternoon.
How do you know about that?
I'll explain when I see you.
Oh?
I can help you, Mr. Dollar.
How?
I happen to know who's flooding the market with cut-rate diamonds.
Who?
Suppose you meet me tonight at 8 at the Surf and Sand Club. Tell you then.
Hello? Hello? Mona. The Surf and Sand was a new night spot on the north shore of Long Island. I ran up expense account item 3, $6.50, including tip, to square things with a taximeter that had all the symptoms of a doped racehorse. The interior of the club was sleek and candlelit, with aquariums of tropical fish wherever you looked and very few customers to admire them. I decided to wait for my date at the bar.
Good evening, sir. What's your pleasure?
A lady named Mona, bartender. You know her?
I know several Monas, sir.
Well, lucky you.
Your Mona blonde, brunette, or so-so?
I couldn't say.
Blind date?
Mm-hmm. And she has a voice that's more than just a voice.
What lady named Mona hasn't?
A very astute observation. Now, maybe you'd construct me a nice bourbon and... Hey, suddenly the horizon brightened.
You mean that redhead standing in the foyer?
Very decorative.
No hobby for a man with a weak constitution.
You know her?
Oh, she comes in now and then.
Seems to be looking for someone. You know who?
I imagine you.
What?
Her name's Mona.
Oh, why didn't you say so sooner? Hello, Mona.
Hello.
I'm Johnny Dollar.
Yes, I know. I saw you at the bar.
Well, why didn't you come over? Or are you waiting for someone else?
Just you, Johnny. My car's outside. Let's drive somewhere.
Well, this is my first ride in a Mercedes. Sounds like there's a captive hurricane under the hood.
You like my little car, Johnny?
Mm-hmm. Tell me, is that speedometer scale optimistic, or can this car really do 120 miles an hour?
I don't know. Let's try it.
Oh, hey, never mind. I was only curious.
Well, I'm curious too, Johnny.
Have you lost your mind? Slow down.
Why? The highway's deserted. I like to drive fast.
Mona.
Oh, Johnny. Why did you switch off the ignition? Are you afraid?
You bet I'm afraid. Now promise to keep your heel off the accelerator, and I'll turn on the ignition.
All right. I'm sorry, Johnny. I acted on impulse. I like to act on impulse.
Was it impulse that prompted you to send me those diamonds tonight?
No.
What then?
I wanted to arouse your curiosity.
Why?
Because we hadn't met before.
Oh, talk sense, Mona.
Well, I just couldn't think of any other way to make certain you'd keep a blind date.
And you just happen to have a pair of 10-carat diamonds with RSVP carved on them.
I can afford it.
Well, a quick look at this car and that sable you're wearing, I'm inclined to believe you can.
I like expensive things.
Let's talk about cut-rate diamonds. You said on the phone you could help me. You know who's selling them?
I do. But Captain LeDrew will tell you.
Captain LeDrew.
That's where I'm taking you now, to meet him.
Why didn't he come to the club with you?
He didn't care to take the risk.
The risk?
Captain LeDrew is wanted by the police.
Friends, Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum is a refreshing, delicious treat you can enjoy just about any time. Even when you're busy working, you can slip a stick of Wrigley's Spearmint in your mouth and enjoy that pleasant chewing. The lively, full-bodied spearmint flavor cools your mouth and freshens your taste. The good, smooth chewing helps relieve pent-up tension, gives you satisfaction. As a result, you seem to feel more relaxed and get more enjoyment out of what you're doing. So enjoy chewing Wrigley's Spearmint Gum while you work and at other times, too. Get a few packages next time you're at the store. That's Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. Now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
For the rest of the ride north on the Jones Beach Highway, Mona kept the Mercedes at a sane speed and the talk to trifles. When we finally stopped, it was before a ramshackle beach cottage.
He's inside.
What took you so long, Mona? I've been waiting an hour.
Johnny, Mr. Dollar doesn't like to drive fast, Captain LeDroux.
Oh, everything okay?
He was alone. No one followed him.
Would you mind telling me what this is all about?
Sit down, Dollar. Pour him a drink, Mona.
I'll skip the drink.
Then sit down.
I should.
I'll come right to the point, Dollar. I'm sailing tonight, out of the country.
Bon voyage.
Don't waste my time with your attempted humor.
Up to now, my time has been wasted. Several hours of it. Now, let's get down to cases, Captain. Mona said you'd tell me who's dumping cut-rate diamonds.
I am, Dollar.
Oh.
I smuggle them into the country. That's my business.
Racket, you mean?
Johnny, be smart. Just listen.
Like I said, smuggling is my business. Diamonds. I don't pay taxes. I don't pay custom duty.
And you can undersell the legitimate dealers and still show a whopping profit, huh?
This is my last trip to the States. The market's oversupplied, but I have one final contract to fulfill.
How does all this concern me?
You're going to make the delivery for me, Dollar. Tonight.
Me?
You've already been paid. More than you scratch out of 100 insurance cases.
Oh, the 2 sparklers Mona sent.
I sent.
The card was my contribution, Johnny.
It made all the difference, Mona.
That's enough, Dollar.
I was only expressing my appreciation, Captain.
Johnny, shut up. Will you?
I'm losing my patience, Dollar.
Likewise, LeDroux. Here are the diamonds you sent me. Get another boy.
Sit down.
I figured you for a gun, LeDroux. You're the type.
Then you're smart enough to know I'll use it.
Tell me, why pick on me to make your delivery? The customs officials onto you?
They've got my customers staked out. Cops all over the place.
And so you two don't dare show your faces, huh?
We prefer not to take the risk, Johnny.
But the delivery must be made, Dollar. It's the biggest lot of stones yet.
And suppose I refuse?
Don't talk like a little tin hero, Dollar. You don't want me to kill you.
Now, what's the difference whether I get killed here or by the customs men while I'm trying to slip through their stakeout? No, you just haven't convinced me, LeDroux.
Get on your feet, Dollar.
Why?
Because I'm going to convince you.
As I got to my feet, I expected LeDroux to start convincing me with the butt of his revolver. But I guessed wrong. He motioned me out the back way and onto a small boat dock. Mona followed. At the end of the dock was a low-slung cabin cruiser. We went below and into a plush carved mahogany lounge. Mm-hmm. Very fancy, Captain.
Takes me where I want to go. Bought it from an oil man. He was tired of it. Sit down, Dollar.
Thank you.
Mona, bring him in.
All right, darling. You can come out now.
Moss.
Mr. Dollar. Oh, thank heavens you are here.
I'm afraid Mr. Morse is a little unnerved just now, Johnny, and rather disillusioned in me. Huh, Edgar?
Mr. Dollar, for heaven's sake, help me. Do whatever they ask.
I think he'll help you, Mr. Morse. What do you say now, Dollar?
Suppose I still say no.
Johnny, you don't want to have Mr. Morse's death on your conscience, do you?
Oh, it's like that, huh?
I've a lot at stake, Dollar. I'll do what I have to.
Let's leave them alone, Captain, to talk it over.
Okay.
Johnny,
Yeah?
be smart. Don't try any heroic.
I'm touched by your concern, Mona.
I'm coming.
All right, Moss, let's have it. How did you ever get into this jam?
Mona. She led me on. I was foolish enough to believe that she...
Oh, never mind. I can guess the rest.
Mr. Dollar, you have got to do what they ask. You can't let them kill me. You can't.
Get hold of yourself,
But
Moss.
you must do what they say. They mean to kill me if you refuse, and you too. They will kill you too.
Take it easy.
Do you think there is a chance to escape?
The name is Dollar, not Houdini. There's only one exit onto the dock, and it's being covered by a 38.
Oh, then you must do what they ask, Mr. Dollar.
Use your head. There's not a chance in a million I can get past those customs men.
Yes, there is. They have a plan.
What?
I heard them talking about how you could make the delivery.
Yeah, how?
Everything settled, Dollar?
No, nothing's settled. You think I'd go for a deal like that?
You came here tonight, didn't you?
Yeah, I suppose my sanity can be questioned on that score.
Don't rub it in, Captain. Johnny was curious.
Well, who wouldn't be? Diamonds left at my hotel. A blind date with a voice that would melt a marble saint. Always was a sucker for a mystery.
And a chase, Johnny.
You decided to cooperate, Dollar?
Yes, he has.
Don't rush me, Mr. Moss. First, I'll have to hear more about that plan you overheard. If there's a chance, well, under the circumstances, maybe I'll try to make the delivery.
Now you're being smart.
Let's hear your plan.
It's very simple. You phone my client. Tell him who you are and why the insurance company sent you to New York.
Yeah, and?
You insist on seeing him tonight.
You say you're interviewing all the big diamond merchants, Johnny, to get their opinions on why the market has fallen so suddenly.
Why don't I just tell your customer the real reason I want to see him?
Now you're being wise again, Dollar.
Johnny, you know the customs officials will have our client's phone tapped. They'll be listening to every word.
And you figure they'll make a quick check with Atlas Indemnity. When they learn I was sent down here on legitimate business, they'll let me into your client's place unmolested.
That's it, Dollar.
Well, I've got to admit it sounds plausible enough.
It will work. They won't bother a guy with your reputation.
That's why we've had you shadowed since you left your apartment in Hartford.
I'm overwhelmed by the honor.
Of course, you happened to enter the case at exactly the right moment.
Oh, now you've spoiled it, Mona.
Here's the envelope I want you to deliver, Dollar. You'll bring back another envelope.
Suppose I bring back the police.
From topside, I can see the highway for a mile in both directions. I'll put to sea the second I spot anything that remotely resembles a cop.
Mr. Moss will sail with us, of course.
Mr. Dollar, please don't involve the police, please.
Relax, Moss, relax. Okay, LeDrew. You've got yourself a patsy. But what guarantee do I have that Moss and I will be freed when I get back from this job?
Why, Johnny, you have the captain's word, of course.
Lucky me. Mona drove me to the nearest gas station where I phoned LeDrew's client. The voice on the other end of the wire was irritated and uncooperative, but I insisted and finally got an okay for a personal interview. Next, I phoned for a cab, and 20 minutes later was dropped at the gate of a swank Plandome estate. I paid off the cabbie, expense account item 4, $3.50, and went inside. No one stopped me, and I made the delivery without a hitch. LeDrew's client gave me the money, and I ran up expense account item 5, $3.80, cab fare back to the beach cottage. On the dock, I found that LeDrew was indeed prepared to put to sea at the slightest sign of a double cross. The cruiser was straining on a short bow line, pulled away from the pier by the tide, the engines throbbing.
That's far enough, Dollar. Freeze.
Hey, take that light out of my eyes.
Cover, Dollar. Keep your hands in sight.
I didn't bring a gun, if that's what you're looking for.
Smart of you. Where's the money?
Under a dozen yards of adhesive. I'm papered with it from my waist to my neck.
What's the idea?
Your client felt there was still danger of my being stopped and searched.
All right, get aboard.
I'd rather be unwrapped in the cottage.
Get aboard.
Easy on the spine with a gun, will you?
Move. Jump aboard, Dollar.
Are you kidding? Even if I weren't taped up, I doubt if I could make that jump.
Give you a hand on that line.
LeDrew made his last mistake. As he bent over to pull in the bow line, I released the line from the mooring bit, pushed him into the water, and jumped for the boat at the same time. He snapped a shot at me on his way down, but I was well aboard by then. Mona, the picture of frustration, went charging up and down the dock, looking for something with which to retrieve her floundering partner, and yelling incantations at me in a voice far from sultry. I went into the wheelhouse, set the wheel to drip for what I judged to be the center of the bay, and was turning for the door when...
Relax, Mr. Dollar.
Morris.
Don't move or I'll shoot.
What is this?
A surprise twist, I think it is called. You see, LeDrew, Mona, and I are associates.
And I'm a prize sap.
Oh, don't be too hard on yourself, Mr. Dollar. I thought I was very convincing as the deceived suitor, the frightened hostage.
You fooled me, Morse.
The deception was necessary to enlist your cooperation. We knew you could never be hired to make that delivery, Mr. Dollar, your professional ethics being what they are.
So you staged that little lover spat I overheard in your office this afternoon, huh?
Mona thought it would quicken your interest, make my supposed betrayal more plausible.
What about your stepdaughter? She mixed up in this business, too?
Susan knows nothing about any of this. Keep away, Dollar.
You better make the first shot count, Morse. Your reflexes are a little slow, Moss. I used the ship's radio telephone to contact the police. In that Mercedes, Mona and LeDrew weren't hard to find. The rest you've already read in the papers, Mr. Carlson. Moss, LeDrew, and Mona will be out of circulation for a long time. Expense account item 6, $26.05. Train fare and incidentals back to Hartford. Expense account total, $64.20. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Remember, friends, Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum is a refreshing, delicious treat you can enjoy just about any time. Chew a few sticks of Wrigley's Spearmint during the day and see how the good chewing helps keep you feeling fresh and alert. The lively, full-bodied flavor of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum cools your mouth, freshens your taste, and sweetens your breath. The chewing itself gives you a nice little boost, helps you keep going at your best. Millions of people get real chewing enjoyment out of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum every day, and we know that you'll enjoy it, too. Get a few packages and always keep some handy. That's Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, brought to you by Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, stars John Lund in the title role and was written by Don Sanford with music by Eddie Dunstetter. Featured in tonight's cast were Howard McNear, Parley Bear, Jeanette Nolan, Virginia Gregg, Dick Ryan, and John McIntyre. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum hope you enjoyed tonight's story of Johnny Dollar and that you're enjoying delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum every day. This is Charles Lyon, inviting you to join us again next week at this same time when, from Hollywood, John Lund returns as...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
This is the CBS Radio Network. For your listening enjoyment, John Lund as
Johnny Dollar.
Mitchell, Johnny. What do you know about the land of milk and honey?
Oh, at 4:30 in the morning.
Sun's been up for 3 hours in Beirut, Lebanon. And it's shining brightly on a happy man by the name of Brett Cunningham on a shipwrecked yacht.
Insured by you?
Uh-huh.
How much is Cunningham happy about?
$90,000.
I don't blame him. Good night, Mitch.
The yacht went down in calm weather on a smooth sea, Johnny. Johnny?
Well, I've always wondered what milk and honey taste like.
We'll return to our program in a moment. But first, I'd like to talk to you about housekeeping. Recently, a woman was interviewing a prospective maid and asked her how she was on light housekeeping. Well, I'm sorry, ma'am, said the young lady. I never kept a lighthouse. I admit that's an old joke, but it generally gets a laugh. However, housekeeping is no joke. That's a job from which no one can escape, whether he lives in a house, an igloo, a military barracks, or a governmental building. Yes, housekeeping is a very important job, even in our government. Someone has to see that the plumbing doesn't leak, that electricity, oil, and coal aren't wasted, that the garden is kept in good shape, that the animals are fed, and that the people have a place outdoors in which to enjoy themselves. Actually, all these governmental household tasks are the work of the Department of the Interior, which at one time was called the Home Department. The biggest job of the department is conservation, the protection of the things that make our country a good place in which to live. The land, water, oil, coal, forests, minerals, fish, and wildlife. These are our natural resources. If it weren't for the conservation work of the Interior Department, before too long, all the farm and grazing lands would be washed or blown away, and all the wildlife would disappear from our fields and forests. Another important job of the department is the development of new natural resources and the caring for our national parks where people are free to go sightseeing or set up camp. And during wartime, the Secretary of the Interior has a special job, namely, making sure that sufficient oil and other fuels are available to our armed forces and defense industries. Yes, our governmental housekeeper, the Department of the Interior, has a most important and vital job in maintaining the comfort and welfare of every citizen of the United States.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Eastern Indemnity and Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the milk and honey matter. Expense account item 1, $666.45. Airfare and incidentals between Hartford and Beirut, Lebanon. Quite a fabulous land, this one of Lebanon, where ancient mosques and biblical ruins stand hand in hand with the most ultra of modern hotels. And quite a fabulous character, this Brett Cunningham. I located them exactly 35 minutes after checking in at the St. George Hotel. He was just where everyone I questioned said he'd be. At the Suaita, a swank gambling casino just outside of town on the Beirut-Damascus highway. He was standing at one of the wheels, all 6'4" of him, face flushed and grinning, surrounded by stacks of chips, and a young, svelte brunette who clung to him with one hand and a champagne cocktail with the other.
Faites vos jeux, mesdames et messieurs. Faites vos jeux, s'il vous plaît.
Please say we try 13 again,
That would be real George, Fred. Real George.
Okay, baby, 13 it is.
Are you Brett Cunningham?
Uh-huh. Okay, Charlie, let her spin.
My name is Johnny Dollar. I'd like to talk to you for a minute, Cunningham.
Some other time.
It's pretty important.
Don't spin her so hard the next time, Charlie. Takes too long to get action for my money.
You are American, no, mister?
That's right.
I just think you are real George, Mr. American.
Well, thanks a lot.
It's about that yacht of yours, Cunningham.
Insurance?
Yeah.
I figured.
Très noir et affaire.
Hey, how about that? Stack 'em up for me, Charlie.
Oui, monsieur.
It's gonna be a big night, baby. A big night.
Oh, oui, Brett, really sure.
Hey, bonjour.
About that yacht.
You got my check with you, Dollar?
That comes later.
What comes now?
Some routine questions.
Such as?
Such as, how come your yacht went down in a smooth sea in calm weather?
Oh, worried about a fraudulent claim?
Are you?
Hey, put these on double O, Charlie.
Rien ne va plus. Rien ne va plus, mesdames et messieurs.
Well, Mr. Cunningham?
Oh, yeah. Well, she hit a derelict, dove in the bow, went down in less than 3 minutes.
Just like that?
Why not?
I don't know.
Then maybe you'd like to find out, huh?
Well, no harm trying.
Oh, sure. You do that, Dollar. You'll find me right here when you're ready to pay off.
Expense account item 2, $7.50. Cab fare to the casino and back to the harbor in Beirut. Obviously, I was getting nowhere trying to compete with a win streak and the sultry Nadja for Brett Cunningham's attention. But I figured I might do better with the man who'd sent in the official report on the sinking of Cunningham's yacht, Port Commissioner Floro. I found Commissioner Floro on the second floor of a baked clay office building, which was surrounded by bales of drying sheepskins and casks of olive oil and date. A wheezing electric fan fought a losing battle with the overpowering heat, but it did succeed in spreading the odors around to maximum effect.
I regret that you have been welcomed by this unseasonable heat wave, Monsieur Dollar. It's a very unusual weather for Beirut at this season of the year.
I'll overlook the weather, Commissioner, in exchange for some information.
Oh, you have not read my official report on the sinking of Monsieur Cunningham's yacht?
I've read it, yes.
Ah, then it is not explicit enough for your purposes?
Well, I'm not sure. Would you mind running over the highlights for me again?
Oh, not at all. At approximately 10:23, the evening of the 28th of November, Monsieur Cunningham's yacht, the Happy Time, struck a submerged derelict from 200 meters off the coast of Lebanon. It went down within 3 minutes' time.
There's no question about that being the cause of the sinking?
We have a sworn affidavit to that effect, signed by Monsieur Cunningham and one sailor out of the crew of 8 who survived the sinking with him.
No other witnesses?
None.
Anything else to back up their statement?
A Lebanese gunboat proceeded to the scene the next day. It found considerable floating debris, such as betrayal, life preservers, and a large pool of oil. Also, it located the derelict, which was reportedly responsible for the accident, and destroyed it with gunfire.
No sign of the yacht itself?
Sounding equipment located it resting on the bottom in some 70 fathoms of water.
Where was Cunningham going when he hit that derelict?
Oh, he was en route from Istanbul, Turkey to Beirut.
Pleasure trip?
Oui.
What about Cunningham himself?
Oh, he has visited Beirut several times during the past year. Apparently wealthy, his source of income is unknown to us. He devotes much of his time to gambling while here.
Any business associate? Friend?
Only the croupier.
And that girl, Nadja?
Oh, there are many like her here in Beirut. With Monsieur Cunningham, it is a different one each visit.
Well, thanks for your trouble, Commissioner.
Il n'y a pas de quoi, Monsieur Dollar. However, I have the feeling you are not entirely satisfied with the results of this interview.
It was a clear moonlit night, Commissioner. A calm sea. There must have been lifeboats aboard.
That is correct.
I was just wondering why only 2 survivors out of a crew of 8.
You find this a disturbing factor, Monsieur?
Don't you?
Yeah, my duty ends with the factual reporting of what has occurred, Monsieur Dollar.
So does mine. Before I left him, Commissioner Floro gave me the name and the address of the sailor who survived the sinking. I found him deep in the native quarter behind the bazaars, on a narrow, twisting street black with shadows that was called El Ekbad.
Oh, it is to be regrettable, Effendi. It is to be most regrettable.
What is?
My sweethearts, Effendi, they are so delicate, so sensitive. It is their feeding time. Interruptions disturb them. You understand.
You're talking about those birds in there?
My sweethearts, Effendi. My lovely feathered darlings. They are so sensitive. I cannot talk now. You understand. You will excuse me.
No, just a minute. You're Casimir Andescu?
It is so, Effendi.
My name is Dollar, insurance investigator. I'd like to ask you a few questions about the sinking of Brett Cunningham's yacht.
But what is there that Casimir Andescu, a humble sailor, could tell you about that, Effendi?
That's what I'd like to find out.
Very well. Come in, if you please. Here, Effendi. Please be seated on the chapeau, if it does not offend you by its humbleness.
No, it'll do fine.
Now, if you do not mind, I will feed the heart of my heart while we talk. They are so hungry, poor things, and they're so sensitive.
Oh, go right ahead.
I have collected them from all over the world, Effendi. My favorite, such as Fatima here, I take with me on all my voyages.
I'm interested in your last voyage. What happened?
It was so unfortunate, Effendi. It was about 10 o'clock on the night on the 28th of November, some 200 meters off the shore of Lebanon. The yacht she took a derelict and went down in less than 3 minutes. So unfortunate.
Now tell me what really happened.
I've sworn to this information before the commissioner of the port.
I read the report. I don't have to believe it.
Dear Krishna, beloved of all beloveds, for you, my sweetest one.
Well, Mr. Andescu?
Effendi, I am but a poor man.
How much?
You understand, it is not for myself that I ask, Effendi. It is for these poor ones here.
How much?
Andescu is a reasonable man. He will ask only for the 10% of the claim. $9,000.
Oh, I couldn't ask anyone to be that reasonable.
Is it 6,000, perhaps?
500.
Effendi, my ancestors would show me in Faraday.
Well, that'd show pretty good taste. 500.
Oh, it is most regrettable, Effendi, but Andescu can tell you nothing.
Okay.
It is not that I am mercenary, Effendi. So far as money is concerned, I would not ask 1 dinar for myself. You understand what I am saying, Effendi?
Oh, sure. It's strictly for the bird. Expense account item 3, $27.50. A radiogram to Intelligence Division, Turkish Police in Istanbul. Expense account item 4, $3.50. Cab fare out to the Estuado Casino. The return trip being occasioned by a phone call, just as I was climbing into bed for the night. Johnny Dollar.
Brett Cunningham, Dollar.
Oh, what's on your mind, Cunningham?
That check for 90 grand.
Well, you sound anxious. Your win streak peter out?
No, still doing all right. But you've just hit all over the board.
Being cryptic doesn't suit your personality.
How about honesty?
I'll be happy to read any character references in the morning.
Would you rather read my signature on a quit claim to that insurance tonight?
You don't sound as though you've been drinking.
I haven't.
Well, why the sudden change of attitude?
Are you interested in analyzing me or in that quit claim?
Where are you?
At the casino.
I'll be right there.
You know, many great men have attained the highest office in our land, the presidency of the United States. Can you guess the name of this man? The son of a Baptist minister, he entered Union College at Schenectady, New York at the age of 15. He was the 4th vice president to become president through the death of the chief executive. One of his first acts as president was the signing of the Civil Service Act. The territory of Alaska was organized during his administration, and standard time was adopted throughout the country. If you don't know his name by now, here are 2 more clues. While he was president, the American Federation of Labor was organized, and the Brooklyn Bridge was completed. Who was he? Chester Alan Arthur, 21st President of the United States. His life is part of your American heritage.
And now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar. I was stopped at the edge of the casino parking area by an efficient-looking Lebanese police sergeant. Over his shoulder, I could see portable floodlights, a rope-back crowd, a twisted heap of metal that was once an automobile, and the slim, dapper figure of Port Commissioner Floro. I managed to catch Floro's eye, and he waved me inside the rope and past the guard.
May I ask why you have returned here to the casino at this hour, Monsieur Dollar?
Well, I'm not a gambling man, Commissioner.
You got to see Monsieur Cunningham, then?
That's a reasonable guess.
You have arrived too late, Monsieur.
Is that Cunningham's car?
Oui. Explosive wire to the starter. As you can see, his death must have been practically instantaneous.
Yeah. Efficient is not neat.
Hey, why did you wish to see Monsieur Cunningham at this hour?
He called me. He said he was ready to sign a release on his insurance claim.
Oh, and why should he do that?
I don't know. And this won't help to clarify it any. For the next 3/4 of an hour, Commissioner Floro conducted a crisp, thorough investigation and came up with nothing. One of the police sergeants drove me back to my hotel. Nadja was waiting for me in the lobby.
Hello, Mr. Dollar.
Well, hello, Nadja. I see you're not wearing mourning.
You know you're real cute, Mr. Dollar. Nadia liked you.
Nadja liked Brett Cunningham, too.
Oh, sure. Brett, he was real yours.
Only now Brett is real dead. So now Nadja liked Mr. Dollar.
Oh, sure. Only Nadia likes something better than both of you.
Well, now that couldn't possibly be money, could it?
You're so funny, Mr. Dollar. But of course it is money. $90,000. American.
Did Cunningham promise you that insurance money?
Oh, yes.
Oh, you're too smart to have fallen for a line like that. And you must know that now, if the claim proves valid, it goes to Cunningham's heirs.
Sure. That is where Nadia comes in.
He named you in his will?
No. He married me. Nadia is Mrs. Brett Cunningham. Is that not real crazy, Mr. Dollar?
After Nadja dropped her little bombshell and took her giggling departure, I checked with Commissioner Floro, who in turn checked with the Public Records Administration. Brett Cunningham and Nadja had been married the evening before in the manager's office at the Suido Casino. Expense account item 6, $17.25. Radio phone call to Istanbul, Turkey. I spoke with Chief Inspector Devrigi.
Pardon, Mr. Dollar, for not having replied to your radiogram before this. But we have been having some difficulty in obtaining the information you request.
Well, that happens, Inspector. What have you run into?
We know that Mr. Cunningham's yacht, the Happy Time, sailed from Istanbul on the afternoon of the 24th November bound for Beirut. Our trouble has been with this motor schooner, the El Hussein.
The El Hussein? What's that?
Oh, a ship of Lebanese registry, 400 tons, launched in 1923, has been towed by Mr. Cunningham's yacht.
Who is the registered owner, Inspector?
That is what has taken the time, Mr. Duff. We have no record of him in our files. We've been unable to learn anything about him. His name is Casimir Andescu.
A quick run over to the native quarter verified what I was already pretty sure of. Andescu had flown with his bird of a feather. Expense account item 6, $55 for the rental of a motor launch, equipped with skipper, hand winch, 100 fathoms of good steel chain, and a number of grappling hooks. We sailed out of Beirut Harbor and headed northward up the coast of Lebanon. Some 4 hours and 35 4-ing minutes later, the boatman roused me from a sun-induced doze.
There, Effendi, upon the shore. That is the ruined tower which you seek.
Fits Commissioner Floro's description, all right.
And now, Effendi?
We'll do some fishing. I dropped about 70 fathoms of chain overboard with grappling hooks attached, and we began trolling slowly back and forth, some 200 meters offshore. Approximately 2 hours before sundown, we got our first flight.
We have hooked something, Effendi.
Well, it's about time. Let's see what it is. Suddenly, someone objected to our finishing the job.
The shooting, Effendi. It is coming from the shore.
From that ruined tower, I think. Come on, let's get out of here.
Monsieur Dollar! Is that you, Monsieur Dollar?
Yeah, it's me, Commissioner.
I have expected you back hours ago. I was beginning to be concerned that something had happened to you.
It almost did.
I will tie up Effendi.
Okay. Watch it.
Did you have any success on your search, Monsieur Dollar?
Well, that's a matter of definition. I've acquired a bad case of sunburn, a healthy respect for Tommy gun.
Pardon?
And this.
That? What is it, monsieur?
Well, it looks like part of the transom of a lifeboat. Care to look at the name on it?
Monsieur?
I couldn't make happy times out of it either.
El Hussein? What do you think now, Monsieur Dollar?
I think I'd better get some sunburn lotion.
Oh, it is you, Mr. Dollar. Oh, what has happened to your face? It looks so funny.
I was hoping you'd skip the compliments and invite me in.
Oh, sure, Johnny.
Thanks.
You come here not to pay neither the check, Johnny?
I'm going to do something better than that.
You're real crazy, Johnny. Nadia likes you.
How well do you like Casimir Andescu?
Him? He's a nothing. Why do we talk about him?
Well, if we don't, somebody might get the idea that you're guilty of fraud and murder.
Johnny, now you're not being real crazy anymore. Nadia did not do these things you say.
Somebody murdered her husband, Brett Cunningham.
Oh, sure, but Nadia did not do this.
And somebody tried to defraud an insurance company out of $90,000 by sinking an ancient wreck called the El Hussein instead of a yacht.
Oh, Johnny. Then you know about this. And now Nadia will not get the money.
That's the general idea.
That is not nice, Johnny. Why should you tell anyone? If Nadia gets the money, she would give you half. That would be real yours, no?
You're missing a point somewhere, Nadia. Or didn't you know that you can't spend money in prison?
If Nadia tell you about Casimir Andescu, then she does not have to go?
That depends on what she tells me.
Nadia will tell you the truth.
Oh, that'll be refreshing.
You see, my Brett, he was gambling in Istanbul. He lost much money to Casimir Andescu, $15,000. And he cannot stay. Casimir does not like this.
Well, I don't blame him. That's a lot of money for a sailor not to collect.
Johnny, Casimir is no sailor. He's a big gambler, big smuggler, a real businessman.
My apologies to Casimir.
Anyway, for Brett to pay off, Casimir tell him what to do about the boat, and they will make the 50-50 on insurance. That was good sense, no?
Let's not stop to discuss ethics at this point, shall we?
Well, anyway, afterward, Brett comes here. He gamble and win big. So he want to pay Casimir back what he owes from Istanbul.
Brett figured he could collect all the insurance himself then.
Oui. It was smart of you, no?
Oh, sure.
But Casimir say no. And Brett get angry.
And that's when he pulled his dog in the manger bit.
What, Johnny?
He told Casimir that if he couldn't have it all, he'd see that Casimir didn't have any. So he phoned me to call the whole thing off. Just a bluff to scare Casimir into giving him a better deal.
Oui. Only Casimir, he got angry too.
And wired Brett's car for him.
Oui.
Where's Casimir now?
I think he's with the yacht, Johnny.
And where's that?
Up north, just beside of Tripoli, there's a small fishing village. Kabadi. Maybe you'll find him there.
Maybe. It's some 80 kilometers up the coast road from Beirut to Kabadi. Commissioner Floro's car made it in slightly less than an hour. It took some 40 minutes longer to make a few discreet inquiries and to locate the yacht in a well-concealed inlet. Even in the dark, the hasty remodeling work was apparent. A dummy stack, paint job, some false superstructure work. She couldn't have looked much like the trim yacht that had departed Istanbul a week or so ago. And even in the pitch dark below decks, it wasn't too tough to tell where Casimir Andescu was keeping himself.
Please, Effendi, I regret, but that is enough.
We want to talk with you, Andescu.
That is so regrettable, Effendi. But it is night and sleep time for my sweethearts. They are so sensitive. To have their slumber disturbed would upset them for days.
You weren't that considerate about Brett Cunningham.
Oh, that one. A man of immoral stature, Effendi, without honesty or scruples. To such a one, the fate which befell him was not just.
You pulled a few fast shuffles in your time, too.
Effendi, you are attempting to approach with me? I should dislike very much to disturb my beloved with the sound of the firearms. You have no idea how objectionable the noise is to Fatima and the others.
You weren't so particular about the noise you made with that Tommy gun.
Yeah. A regrettable incident. Unfortunately, the heat refraction upon the water disturbed my aim. Obviously, your fishing expedition was successful.
Successful enough to provide grounds for your arrest on charges of fraud and murder, Monsieur Andescu.
Yeah. That is most regrettable, Effendi.
I must ask you to drop whatever weapons you have and return to Beirut in my custody.
Oh, but you must understand that I cannot do that, Effendi. I simply cannot do that. There would be no one left to care for my sweetheart. Watch it, Paul!
Laurel? All right, Monsieur Dillon. Shine your light into that corner.
See? Andescu should not have attempted to battle his way out, Dollar. It was the wrong thing for him to do.
He was right about one thing, though.
Oh?
Those birds did object to the noise. Expense account item 7, $703. Airfare and incidentals from Beirut, Lebanon, back to Hartford. Expense account total, $1,480.20. Incidental remarks. I'd still like to know what milk and honey taste like. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
For your listening enjoyment, John Lund as
Johnny Dollar.
That plane crash, Johnny. Did you hear?
Yeah, I just turned off my radio.
It's horrible.
Who is this?
Oh, I'm sorry. Sam Harris, Columbia.
Oh, yeah, sure. Does your company carry the policies in that airline?
Yes, but I'm not thinking of that. That crash was planned.
Oh, they're definite about it now?
Yes, an explosion. Some kind of a bomb. There were 13 people killed in the plane, and they don't know how many in the house it crashed into. We've got to place responsibility. The company wants to do whatever it can. We've got to find whoever is responsible.
Yeah, sure, Mr. Harris. You want me to go out there?
Yes, we do. The airline representative is a man named Reed. Go out and do everything you can.
Now, for just a moment, what do you say we take time out to talk about star routes? Never heard of them? Well, I don't suppose many of us have, but they exist, all right. Now, those of us who live in cities or in other localities where regular letter carriers drop off our mail probably never wonder how mail is handled in places where almost no one lives, where there's hardly anything and not much reason for going there. But there is someone who thought about it and did something about it. Our Postmaster General. He saw to it that folks who live in these out-of-the-way places received their mail. Of course, the post office doesn't operate regular mail routes to these places because there isn't enough mail to warrant a regular postman. But the people in isolated spots, such as prospectors in the Nevada mountains, or trappers in the Alaska wilderness, or Louisiana bayous, are entitled to their mail. That's why the Post Office Department has set up a system of contracting responsible agencies to deliver mail to out-of-the-way places. These special mailmen follow what are known as star routes. Deliveries are made usually to mailboxes similar to RFD boxes that stand in the middle of some barren waste or along a rarely traveled river. Star route carriers use cars, horses, mules, rowboats, dog sleds, or airplanes, whatever they need to deliver the mail. Sometimes they even walk. Yes, the job of the star route postman is a rugged one. And our hats are off to these little publicized employees of our United States Post Office Department.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Columbia All Risk Insurance Company. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Fairway matter. Expense account item 1, $250, cab fare to the scene of the plane crash, which, as you know, covered quite a bit of territory. The Fairway Airlines plane had taken off at 8:20 p.m., had reached an altitude of no more than 600 feet, and then had crashed, setting 2 houses afire a short distance from the Springfield-Hartford Airport. I got there a little after 9:30. One house had been partially saved, but the other had been completely demolished. The family of 4 living in it had been killed. The parents of 1 child in the first house were not expected to live. And beyond, twisted pieces of the plane were scattered across the field. Fragments still smoking, turned white by the foam from chemical extinguishers.
There's nothing I can do here, Mr. Stern. Absolutely.
Mr. Reed? Mr. Carl Reed? Mr. Carl Reed?
Hey!
Sarah!
Over here!
Please help!
Please, at least don't wake your car. We'll let you know as soon as we can.
My baby, my baby.
Yes, sir. What did you want?
My name is Dollar, the insurance company.
Insurance company? Good Lord. This is hardly the time to worry about money, is it?
I'm only an investigator. They fired me to help in any way I can to fix the blame.
I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Yes. You'll have to excuse me, Mrs. Goodyear. There are some things I have to do. Come along, Mr. Dollar. She doesn't know about the explosion. She thinks that the chance the daughter wasn't on the plane, but she was. She was a stewardess.
You haven't told her?
I can let her hope for a couple more hours. Oh, why shouldn't I? I've had to tell so many people. Oh, it's horrible. Horrible. I think even worse than if it had been an accident. When you know it was premeditated, when you know someone planned it. What kind of a person would you have to be to plan something like this?
Yeah, it's hard to believe, Mr. Reed.
But we have proof. There was an explosion in an extreme aftersection. Destroyed all the control cables to the tail assembly.
I don't suppose the civil aeronautics man is here yet, huh?
No, but he's on his way. They're sending one of their best, S.W. Nugent. Captain Lenhard of the state police is here, though.
Oh? Well, I'd like to talk to him now. Do you have any idea where he is?
Well, the last I saw him, he was over there by that... Smith. But see the group of men over by the hangar?
Yeah?
He might be there. They collected the bodies there. Made as many identifications as possible.
Look, I know it's bad, Mr. Reed, but don't you go to pieces. That wouldn't help at all.
I'll be all right. I'll see you later.
Yeah. I remembered Captain Jim Lenhard from a case we'd shared last year, and I found him in the group of silent men. Their silence and their expressions told better than words how they felt about the row of sheet-draped bodies on the ground.
How was Reed making out? I thought he was going to pieces a little while ago.
Well, he's still in pretty bad shape.
He's not alone. But it might have been worse. Plane should have been filled.
Yeah. Well, I guess our approach will be to try to find out which victim was the planned victim.
Yeah, that's what we have now. I don't see any other way to start, do you?
No. The possibilities as I see them are murder with a motive, disguised suicide, or a homicidal maniac.
That must cover it. I have men covering the airport and a 2-mile circle around it. Their orders are to question everybody they spot and search every car. I think that's about all we can do tonight.
Well, I'll see you in the morning then. Sorry with you?
Sure is. Glad to have you on the case. Meet you in my office at 9.
Good.
Here's another ambulance. We can get the rest of these poor devils into the morgue and try to find out who they are.
The next morning, the official findings were released. The explosive had been nitroglycerin. It had been detonated by some electrical means, which it was assumed was connected to a timing device that had not yet been found. Captain Lenhart's men had questioned a number of suspicious characters near the airport without result. But Lenhart himself had received an anonymous tip on a possible suspect, a Wilbur Wheeler, who was a member of the ground crew that had serviced the plane just before its takeoff. Wheeler was shown to the captain's office about 40 minutes after I'd gotten there.
Why did you pick me to come up here? Why didn't you get Straker or Mills? They're over me.
It's just routine, Wheeler.
Routine? You must have a reason. I got a right to know if you got a reason, haven't I?
Why do you think we started with you?
Well, I'm asking you, aren't I?
The stewardess who died in that crash, Shirley Goodhue.
I knew her.
We understand that she meant something to you.
Weren't you in love with her?
Yes.
We understand you made quite a pest of yourself, phoning her at home and waiting for her at the airport.
And then a week or so ago, you learned she was going to marry the co-pilot who was killed. What's his name?
Bill Strand. Wasn't it, Wheeler?
Yes. You're saying that you think I caused that crash.
Well, you wanted to know why you were here.
I told you it was just routine, Wheeler. And it would have been if you'd acted differently, but it sounds as though you're trying to hide some facts from it.
I won't anymore. I don't have any reason to.
Well, then why did you?
Well, I don't know. I've been going crazy ever since I heard about it last night. I was still at the field. I got sick, and I had to go home.
We heard about that.
I got home and turned on my radio, and then I heard what caused the crash, the explosion. And I knew that a lot of things I've said and a lot of things I'd done were going to make trouble for me. Even getting sick and coming home was bad.
What were some of the other things?
Well, I said some pretty bad things to Shirley when I heard she was going to marry Strand. And I had a fight with him.
You had a fight with him over the same thing?
I guess for me it was really over that. He ordered me around one day, and I didn't like it. And that's how it started. He beat me up pretty bad and said he'd have my job. And I told him that I'd see the day his plane with him in it would be plastered all over some hill. I know what it sounds like now, but it didn't mean anything. It was just talk.
It was plenty of that, all right. You heard enough, Dollar?
I think so.
And that's all, Wheeler.
I can go?
Yeah. Nobody'd be stupid enough to compromise himself the way you did and then pull a job like this.
All right. I sure made a lot of mistakes. I know that.
Yeah. Just be around where we can find you if we want to talk anymore.
I can't go back to that airport, sir. I was going to call them and quit, if it's all right with you.
Just be where we can find you, that's all.
I will. I'm sorry.
A lot of people are, Whitley.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Collins, the man just leaving my office, name is Wheeler, Wilbur Wheeler. Have 2 of the boys get on him and stay. I'll arrange to relieve them tonight.
Huh?
Yeah, thanks. What do you think?
Well, I'd like to know what's in Wheeler's background. And I'd like to get a psychiatrist's reaction, wouldn't you?
We'll learn about him. Now, let's get on with this list of passengers and see what we can get from their survivors.
We spent the rest of the day in the efforts of 6 more of Captain Lenhart's men preparing files on the 10 dead passengers. One file contained nothing but a name, Rupert Stone, gotten from the ticket office records as that of a man who had paid cash for space to Augusta, Maine.
The Hartford address he'd given was non-existent, and the phone number rang a bakery where no one had ever heard of a Rupert Stone. That one we dropped until the identification of the bodies was complete. Lenhart and I started out to follow up a couple of the others that evening.
This is rotten work.
Yeah, check.
Mrs. Graham?
Yes?
This is Mr. Dollar, and I'm Captain Lenhart of the State Police. We'd like to talk to you about the death of your husband.
No, I have talked too much. It only keeps in my mind the things I saw in that field and the women crying.
We know, Mrs. Graham, but it's our job to fix the responsibility. We only want to ask you a few questions.
You'd want to help find whoever caused all those deaths if you could, wouldn't you?
How can I help?
May we come in?
All right. But only a little while. I haven't slept.
Thank you.
No, Skipper, be quiet. He knows, poor old dog. And very soon he will die. Then I will be alone. Oh, please sit down.
Thank you, Mrs. Graham.
Thank you. Mrs. Graham, your husband...
Yes?
He bought space to Boston, didn't he?
Yes. Martin's brother is buried there. Martin was a religious man, and quite often he would go to visit his brother's grave.
I see.
I think that's all we needed, wasn't it, Dollar, to recheck his plan?
Yeah, I think that was all.
Then we better go. We're sorry we had to bother you, Mrs. Graham.
And thanks very much for seeing us.
All right.
Thanks very much. Oh, don't bother to get up. You don't have to come to the door with me. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Mrs. Graham.
Quiet, Skipper. He won't come back.
I couldn't cut it. I think that dog did it. Sorry.
Don't apologize to me.
This hasn't happened to me since I was a rook.
Why don't we have a drink on the way downtown?
No, it suits me. You know Al's on Front Street?
Yeah, that's fine. Any place.
I'll phone in from there and have Collins check me off duty.
Here you are, sir. Oh, you friended me.
No, he had a phone. Here, I'll catch it.
It's $1.60, sir.
That's good enough. Keep it.
Oh, thank you. Oh, here he comes.
Bring up, Dollar. Guess I'll have to waste mine because it seems I'm not off duty.
What happened?
We're back to that stewardess again. The explosive has been checked to her equipment. Lab men say some twisted metal they found used to be a first aid box and that it was in her flight bag.
Well, that brings Wilbur Wheeler back again, too, huh?
He's being picked up now.
You know, many great men have attained the highest office in our land, the presidency of the United States. Can you guess the name of this man? He was a president of several firsts. He was the first vice president to become president through the death of the chief executive, the first president to be married in office, and the first president against whom impeachment proceedings were introduced. He graduated from William and Mary College at 17, and at 26 was elected to Congress. During his administration, a treaty was signed which opened the door to Oriental trade for the first time. If you don't have his name by now, here's one more important clue. On the last day of his term, he signed a resolution providing for the annexation of Texas. Who was he? John Tyler, 10th President of the United States. His life is part of your American heritage.
And now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
I don't like the idea of being loaded into a police car twice in one day with everybody in the block gawking at me.
A lot of people have been loaded into police cars today. They were glad to come in and do anything they could to help clear this up.
Well, I want to help, too. I didn't mean it that way.
We're glad to hear that. How long have you worked for the Fairway Airline?
About a year and a half, I think.
What'd you do before that?
I want to know why you're asking questions like that. Why did you bring me back here?
Because some new evidence has turned up, that's why.
What does it have to do with me?
It has to do with Shirley Goodhue.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you're talking about. I told you everything there was about her and me.
Did you know that she carried a first aid kit aboard the plane last night?
First aid kit? I don't know what you mean.
You don't?
After working there a year and a half?
What did you do on the plane?
Oh, brought food on, checked the water, a few other things.
Things that the stewardess would be involved in. She'd be there with you, wouldn't she?
Yeah, but I don't know what you're driving at. I don't know what you mean.
Where did she put her first aid kit, Wheeler?
Well, why do you ask me that? I don't remember. I didn't notice. They had a place they kept it, but I didn't notice.
Was it open?
I don't know.
What was in it?
Well, if I knew what you meant, I don't know why you're asking me these things.
Look, each stewardess has a kit. They take it off the plane when they leave, and they bring it aboard when they report for work.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The explosive, Wheeler, the nitroglycerin that was hidden in her first aid kit.
Well, I didn't put it there. Well, that's what you mean, but I didn't do it. I don't know anything about it.
13 people in the plane, Wheeler. 4 people in one of the houses that crashed. Probably 2 more in the other.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Wilbur Wheeler was turned over to the police psychiatrist. The web that was tightening around him was only circumstantial. And the question was, did he know that he could keep on saying he hadn't done it, and that we couldn't do anything without physical proof? Or was he innocent? Our last move that night was to go to Wheeler's room. We were looking for a wire that could be checked to that used with the explosive. We didn't find that or anything else that could be a definite help. But a couple of things we didn't find seemed strange.
Hey, he said he came home and turned on his radio. There isn't a radio here. A newspaper's dollar, see any?
No, I don't.
No, there aren't any. Unless he's got them out of sight someplace.
Well, why would he do that? Nope. None in the wastebasket. You'd think a man so close to this would want to find out what the papers were saying, wouldn't you? Guilty or innocent?
Yeah. Well, I don't know, Dollar. I'm bushed. Let's drop it for tonight.
The next day, Lenhart and I talked to the psychiatrist, who'd spent a couple of hours with Wheeler. The doctor said that Wheeler was definitely suffering from a severe guilt complex. But whether that meant he had actually committed the crime or had only wished secretly that harm would come to Miss Goodhue wasn't clear yet. In terms of evidence, that meant nothing. The lack of a radio or newspaper in his room, the doctor tossed off as meaning merely that Wheeler was hiding from actuality. As Captain Lenhart put it,
if that doctor thinks he helped my mental condition, he's wrong.
That afternoon, a development came from the Fairway office of Carl Reeve. He'd been unable to locate another of his stewardesses. And when finally he'd sent someone to her apartment, she'd been found, shot to death. We met Mr. Reed at the scene of the second crime.
I simply had to get back on the job today. 2 of our flights were delayed yesterday because of my going to pieces.
You better watch it now, Mr. Reed.
I don't know if I...
Now, just take it easy. You tried to phone this girl and tell her to report for one of your flights. And when you sent somebody out here, she was found dead, huh?
Yes, exactly. I hadn't tried to contact Alice before because I knew that she and Miss Goodhue had been close friends and that she must have felt almost responsible for her death.
Why, Mr. Reed?
Why? Well, she was scheduled for the flight the other night. I thought you knew that.
No, we didn't. I wish we had.
But I told you. That night at the scene of the crash. I was talking to her mother, Mrs. Goodhue.
Yes, I remember that. You said she thought there was a chance her daughter wasn't on the plane.
But I told you the other girl was scheduled.
No, Mr. Reed. You made it sound like Mrs. Goodhue thought her daughter was on a different flight. You didn't say anything about another stewardess.
Good Lord. It's all right, Mr. Reed. The human mind isn't infallible, but it can correct its mistakes. Tell us now.
Well, that's all right. Well, with everything else, I suppose it didn't seem important. I know our procedure is less exact than the regular companies. You see, the girls often traded flights.
When did you find out about this trade?
Well, not until Mrs. Goodhue told me that her daughter had gone to work that night.
You didn't discuss it with her by any chance?
No, I didn't discuss it. Well, that night and all of it,
Then I think we'd better go see Mrs. Goodhue, Dollar.
Of course, I'll tell you anything I can.
We've just learned that your daughter wasn't scheduled to be on that plane, Mrs. Goodhue.
Well, no, she wasn't.
We understand that she and Alice Turner exchanged flights quite often. But do you know how it happened the other night?
No. Shirley was here at home and the phone rang.
What time was that, please?
Oh, I hardly remember. We'd had an early dinner and...
The plane took off at 8:25. How long before then?
Well, an hour at least. No, it was less than that because Shirley left in such a hurry.
What did she say?
Well, she said that one of the girls was sick and she was going to take her place on the flight. Just up to Maine and back, she said. She said she'd be home soon after midnight. I've never liked rushed decisions, and I've always worried when Shirley left in a hurry like that.
She did it quite often?
Yes, they all did it. 6 of them live here in Hartford. I never liked it.
Did she trade more often with Alice Turner than with the others? Do you know?
Well, I don't think so. It was an agreement. If one of them couldn't work, one of the others would fill in.
Then it's possible that Alice Turner called some of the others before she called your daughter.
Is it? Quite possible.
The horror of the crime led to the solving of it. Late that afternoon, I'd gone back to my apartment building, and in the corridor, just outside my door...
Hey, your name, Dollar?
Yeah. Can I help you?
I want to talk to you. I think we'd better go inside.
Well, I'm pretty busy.
Yes, I know you are, but I want to talk to you about the plane explosion.
Oh. All right. Come on in.
I can't stand it anymore. I read about Alice Turner this afternoon. Just can't stand it, that's all.
What do you know about it?
Well, just that all those people killed for nothing, and I'm partly to blame, too, and I'm ready to give myself up.
Well, why did you come to me, then? Why didn't you go to the police?
Oh, you can talk to somebody like you. The police are always building the case for the estate.
Okay. They'll get you anyway.
Yeah, but you'll know what I really said, see?
All right, go ahead.
His name is Church. Arthur Church.
Who's Arthur Church?
He's the chief pusher for a bigger narcotics outfit than you ever thought there was.
We've had a few cranks in this case already.
I know crank. What do you mean, Emmett? Alice Turner was carrying the stuff for him. She wanted to get out. The church wouldn't let her. So she got smart and set up a meeting with a federal man the other night. And that's why she was killed, and all the rest of them, too.
Doesn't make sense. If she'd made this date, don't you think the federal authorities would have been in on this?
Well, she didn't tell them who she was or what she did.
How do you know all this?
I'm the one that told her Church was on to her. I told her to drop it. Sure, and not to go. That's my part of it. I told her Church was on to it and that he'd stop her some way. I told her to drop it no matter what.
I don't like it. No. Why would she put Shirley Goodhue on the spot?
Alice didn't know what would happen. I did. Who could know that he'd do anything like this?
Well, why did he? If what you say is true, he could have stopped her some other way.
That's my doing, too. I kept her out of sight, you see, and the other night I told her not to do anything, to stay where she was, and not to go to the field, and then she believed me. And then she called Shirley Goodhue and told her she was sick, and that's why she didn't go.
Do you know where the explosive was that wrecked the plane?
Yes, I read today, the first aid kit. That's where Alice carried the stuff.
Well, it was her kit. How did the Goodhue girl get it?
Yeah, because she was called at the last minute, you see, and Alice had her things in a locker at the field. Oh, look, Mr. Dollar, I wouldn't be here if I wasn't telling the truth. It's a peddling rap for me, don't you see? But I've been reading these stories about the people that get killed and the families that are left, and I couldn't take it. I knew the truth, and then when Alice was killed, well, there was no reason for me not telling what I knew.
Are you ready to go to the police?
You heard what I got to say. I'm giving myself up, so...
You know where this Arthur Church is?
Yes. He and I live together.
And you'll come with us?
If I have to. Yes. I'll take you up.
This is it, Moran?
This is where I left him.
You go in then. Tell him who's here.
Just call him natural.
All right. Ward, are you here?
I'm here yet.
Oh, out of the way. I got him.
Expense account item 2, miscellaneous, $23.45. Expense account total, $25.95. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. For your listening enjoyment, John Lund as Johnny Dollar.
Harrison, Johnny.
Oh, hiya.
How fast can you get to Beverly Hills, California?
Why?
You've got to find an uncut canary.
Let's take that again, slowly, shall we?
It's a diamond, Johnny. A rough, uncut, orange-yellow diamond they call a canary. Weighs 89 carats, and it's insured by us for $125,000.
Pretty expensive bird.
What's more to the point, it took wings sometime last night and hasn't been seen since. How about it, Johnny?
I'll see what I can do.
Right here, I'd like to take a few seconds to talk about dreams. You know, psychologists tell us that dreams are one of the most common forms of escape from the everyday world. But what would you think if you woke up one morning and read in the paper that the president had appointed an elephant to the cabinet? Yes, I agree. That is a ridiculous question. And it doesn't really have anything to do with animals in politics. Actually, it's a question of memory. I was thinking of the Secretary of State when I asked it, and you'll have to agree that with all of the varied and difficult jobs he has to do, the Secretary of State would have to have the memory of an elephant. The Secretary's biggest job, of course, is managing our country's foreign affairs for the President. Since the President can't be in all the foreign countries at the same time, he sends ambassadors and ministers to the various capitals and sets up consular officers in the big commercial centers of the world to assist the Secretary of State. Then, when questions arise, the officials of foreign countries get together with the American ambassadors, or ministers or consuls, depending on the country and the type of problem, and they iron out their difficulties. Of course, there are many treaties and international laws which guide these conferences. With their help, and the work done by our State Department, we're pretty certain of getting along all right when we tour foreign countries or have business dealings with them. In other words, whenever we have dealings of any sort with countries other than our own, it is the Secretary of State and his department who act as our intermediary.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Eastern Indemnity and Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the uncut canary matter. Expense account item 1, $181.60. Airfare and incidentals between Hartford and Los Angeles, California. Expense account item 2, $3.75. Cab fare from the International Airport to a rich-looking jewelry store in Beverly Hills. Inscribed on the door in what looked like a thin line of pure platinum was the single name, Johanna. According to Harrison, this had been the last known nesting place of the uncut canary. Whoever Johanna may have been, I doubted that it was the tall, artistic type with the heavyweight padded shoulders who was looking down his long, aristocratic nose at me. Yeah. I'd like to see Johanna. May I ask who you are, sir? My name is Dollar, insurance investigator. Oh, you're here about the Menos-Gerais canary, eh? If that's the full name of the missing diamond, yes. I believe you'd better come back in the morning, Miss Dollar. Any particular reason why? It's been a trying day for Madame Johanna. She's quite fatigued. Nobody's too tired to spend a few minutes trying to collect $125,000. In the morning, Mr. Dollar. I'm certain Madame Johanna will be pleased to interview you then. Maybe I won't be in the mood then. Oh, really? It's a possibility. Well, sure, huh? No, not the way I see it. Madame Johanna is claiming the loss. She's entitled to her own opportunity to slam the door in my face.
You're quite correct, Mr. Dollar, and I take this opportunity to open it instead.
Madam Johanna, I thought you were resting in your office. I did not wish to have you disturbed.
The next time, Carter, I would thank you not to be too overly zealous in your desire to protect my health at the extent of my bank account. Come this way, please, Mr. Dollar. Want to sit down, Mr. Dollar?
Thanks.
You wish to discuss the Menos-Gerais canary, Mr. Dollar. What is it I can tell you about it?
Well, you might begin by telling me its history.
I purchased it in Rio from a local broker down there a year ago last September.
Over a year ago.
You find something surprising about that?
Well, you've got a pretty large investment in an uncut stone. That's a long time to have it just sitting around, isn't it?
The cutting of a diamond that size is a very delicate matter, Mr. Dollar. Months must be spent studying it, planning the precise manner in which it is to be finally cut and polished. Correct cleavage on such a stone would enhance its value 3 times over. Incorrect cleavage could prove disastrous.
How's that?
Diamonds are capricious. A slight mistake may cause the gem to slide into 100 bits. A bitter lesson my father learned some 25 years ago with a stone similar to the canary. I do not intend to make the same mistake.
Mm-hmm. When did you first notice the missing?
It was 9:30 last night. Carter and I came down here to watch the cleavage of the stone.
And you were going to have it cut last night?
Yes. We have 2 of the finest diamond cutters in the world working here. Adolph Spears and Hans Plessman. They have been with me and my father before me for over 30 years.
I see. And when you came down here?
Carter opened the vault. The canary was gone.
Carter has the combination?
Yes.
Anyone else?
Adolph? Hans? And of course myself.
Was the vault touched in any way? Any attempt made to break into it?
No.
Well, that boils down the number of suspects.
No, Mr. Dollar. It couldn't possibly be one of my employees. I would be willing to swear to it.
Well, you wouldn't be the first to make a mistake about something like that.
Oh, you do not know these people like I do. Well, you couldn't say that. During all the years that you're pardon, please.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Yes. Oh, no. Thank you. I will tell you.
Something wrong?
That was Adolph Spears. He said if I would send the police over to his house immediately, he would give them the uncut canary.
I put in a call to Chief Anderson of the Beverly Hills Police Force, and a few minutes later, Lieutenant Hankins at his office came by and picked me up. How come you're on this, Hankins? You're still in homicide, aren't you?
Yeah, but the head of robbery's been out with a cold, and with this latest development, the chief sent me out to wrap this up and see you on your way. Disappointed?
You know better than that. Always glad to see you.
Looks like a quick ending to a long trip, Dollar.
Well, I won't complain.
Why should you? Counting traveling time, you'll get 2 full days' pay for a few minutes' work. Not bad. You jealous? Not me. You insurance boys can have it.
Rather work on the force, huh?
Maybe it doesn't pay as well, but I know I can figure on a check every 2 weeks. Hang on, we turn here. Well, what's your trouble making that turn? Cutting back at an angle that way, it's not too easy to figure. Now, that Johanna, there's a woman who'd wring the sweat out of a man. Always got an eye out for a fast buck. I don't think she's going to be too happy to get that uncut canary back.
Why is that?
Well, the rumor around town is that it can't be cut.
Claws in it?
Oh, the stone's clear enough, but some of them are just shaped wrong. Can't be split clean. The whole stone's liable to break in the dust if you try to cleave it.
Do you think that's what's wrong with the uncut canary?
She's had it hanging around her shop for over a year and a half. Bought it at a price way under the market. There's got to be some reason for it.
Uh-huh. How much you figure the stone would be worth if it could split?
Maybe $250,000, give or take a little. Be easier to sell that way, too. This way, her money's tied up in it, and they say she's tight for cash.
Who isn't?
I don't know what you mean. Oh, that's her worry, not ours. Here's Adolph Beer's house. Let's go in and get it. What do you think, darling?
Doesn't seem too anxious to turn it over now.
Door's locked. No lights inside.
Let's try the back.
All right.
Hear that?
Sounds like a car motor running somewhere.
In the garage, maybe.
There's the garage, Dollar. Lights on inside. The door's closed.
Come on. No easy job to wrestle some 200 pounds of dead weight out from behind the wheel of a car in a monoxide-filled garage. But Hankins and I finally managed.
Over here. Drive. Yeah, that'll do it.
Adolph Beers?
Yeah. The cinch she won't tell us where that uncut canary is now.
Yeah, it's a cinch she couldn't have told Johanna only 15 minutes ago, either. While Lieutenant Hankins waited for the homicide boys to arrive, I walked down to the corner drugstore and tried to make some phone calls. I was phenomenally unsuccessful. There was no answer at the jewelry store, at Johanna's home, or at the bachelor apartment of the obnoxious Mr. Carter. Expense account item 3, $1.75. Cab fare from the corner drugstore to the residence of Johanna's other diamond cutter, Hans Plessman.
Well, what is it? What is it?
Are you Hans Plessman?
Of course I am, of course. And you must be from Albert. Let me have it at once. Do you hear?
I think you've made some kind of a mistake, Mr. Plessman. My name is Dollar. I'm an insurance investigator.
I'm not interested in your name, young man. I just want the lenses I ordered from Albert for my refractometer. The lenses for my... Insurance investigator. Is that what you said, insurance?
That's right, Mr. Plessman. I want to ask you a few questions.
Question? What kind of question?
About the Mina Shirai's canary.
What did you want to know about it? Insurance investigator, eh? What do you want to know about?
Could we talk about his inside?
Inside? Oh, yes, inside. Of course, come in.
Thanks.
Told the police all I know about it. Why are you coming around bothering me? Why don't you question Adolf? Yes, question Adolf.
You think he had something to do with this?
Didn't say that. Just asked you why you didn't question him.
Adolf Beers is dead, Mr. Plessman.
Dead? Adolf dead?
That's right.
Well. Adolf dead.
He might have been murdered.
Murder? Adolf murdered? Nonsense. Absolute nonsense.
Maybe somebody wanted to get the canary from him.
Nobody could have murdered poor Adolf for that. He didn't steal the canary. Didn't steal it.
What makes you so sure, Mr. Plessman?
Because I stole it, that's why. Murdering poor Adolf when I stole the uncut canary.
You know, many great men have attained the highest office in our land, the presidency of the United States. Can you guess the name of this man? During the Black Hawk War in 1832, he volunteered for service and was made captain of his company. As a member of Congress in 1847, he was opposed to the Mexican War. He also opposed the Kansas-Nebraska bill, which favored the extension of slavery. During this time, he was offered the governorship of the Oregon Territory, but refused it. Over 6 feet tall and not particularly good-looking, he was known for his droll sense of humor. If you don't have his name by now, here's an important clue. His unexpected acceptance of an invitation to attend the dedication of a soldier cemetery was responsible for one of the greatest speeches in our history. Who was he? Abraham Lincoln, 16th President of the United States. His life is part of your American heritage.
That's absolutely lovely dress. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Brilliant.
Good old Harry. What a host. When Harry throws a party, nobody goes thirsty. Here, let me freshen up that drink. Good old Harry is such a great host. How come Bill and Jean had such a terrible fight?
I want to go home right now. Why not? Well, it's a great party. I don't care. It's a great... I want to go home right now. Now
How come Bob had a little trouble driving home? And how come everybody who felt so good last night feels so bad this morning? Maybe good old Harry is not such a great host after all. Maybe good old Harry is a pusher, a neighborhood pusher. Harry pushes alcohol. So if you serve alcohol, please, don't be a pusher. And if you're a guest, don't let good old Harry or anyone else push you into drinking more than you want. A public service message from this station and the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism.
And now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar. After his astounding statement about stealing the uncut canary, the heretofore voluble Hans Plessman closed up completely. He refused to say anything about anything. And 2.5 hours later, at the Beverly Hills police station, the situation was unchanged.
Unless Plessman talks or we dig up something else, we won't be able to hold him long.
I don't think he's the only one who's clamming up about that canary.
Johanna?
I'd like to know who really called her on the phone when she sent us up to Adolf Beer's house.
We'll find out when we locate her. She's not at her home or at the office, though.
No sign of the stone at Beer's?
Nothing. A couple of the boys, too, going through the place. They started at Plessman's, too. Hankin? Okay, Doc, thanks. Autopsy surgeon, they're posting Beers now. Looks like homicide, all right. Heavy blows struck on the back of his head. Doc's offering 8 to 5. There'll be no monoxide in the bloodstream.
Well, I won't cover that.
You going somewhere?
Yeah, the evening's still young. I might as well try to earn some of that big money. You think I'm getting paid for this job? Expense account item 4, $2.25. Cab fare from Beverly Hills to the apartment of Johanna's assistant, Mr. Charles Carter.
Come in. Door's open.
Stripped down to a pair of shorts, Carter was standing on his head at one end of the room, heels resting lightly against the wall.
Oh, it's you, Dollars.
What the idea of this?
What?
The headstand.
Tones up the system, reverses the blood flow, good tonic for rejuvenating muscular tissue, strengthening the internal organ.
You don't say.
You should try it sometime. Most beneficial.
Amazing.
What do you want here, Dollar?
What? Oh, well, I was just wondering where you were earlier this evening after you left the shop.
Down at the beach. Exercise there for an hour every evening. Why?
Adolf Beers is dead.
Not pride.
Oh?
Overweight. Disgusting. Poorly cared for body. Can't abuse the machinery of life, Dollar. It'll refuse to function.
In this case, the refusal wasn't voluntary.
Oh, so that's why you wanted to know where I was, huh? Well, now you know.
Mm-hmm.
Johanna wasn't with you, was she?
No, I haven't any idea where she... Oh, now you're going too far, Dollar.
Oh, why?
Johanna's the epitome of all womanhood, a gentle, delicate soul. I'll not have her maligned by you or anyone else. Is that clear?
Oh, sure. But I'd still like to know where she was. Tell me, Carter, how often do you do that headstand stunt?
Twice a day.
And how long do you keep it up each time?
30 full minutes.
Remarkable. I hit a drugstore and tried to call Johanna's residence, but there was no answer. A call to Lieutenant Hankins brought the information that Plessman was still refusing to talk, and that they'd finished searching both his house and that of Adolf Beers. The uncut canary was still among the missing. I was drinking a cup of coffee at the fountain when I suddenly remembered something Hans Plessman had said. I grabbed the yellow phone book and started looking for an optical lens manufacturer whose name was Albert. I found one. Albert Schoenbeck. Both an office and a residence phone were listed. At that hour of the morning, the choice wasn't too tough to make.
Yeah, Minnie Dora. I have been making optical lenses for Johanna Vanderwood for many years now. And for her father before her. But to call at this hour of the night with such a question...
And did you ever make lenses for a refractometer, Mr. Schoenbeck?
Yeah, for Hans it was.
Hans Plessman?
Of course, Hans Plessman.
Would you mind telling me what a refractometer is used for?
You are asking me questions about this, or you do not even know for what it is used?
It's important, Mr. Schoenbeck.
Yeah, for whom important? For you or for Johanna?
Both of us.
So. All right, then I will tell you. It is for measuring the bend of light through a precious stone. With mirrors, lenses on the scale, this machine measures the stone's index of refraction and tells exactly what the stone is. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, I think I get the general idea, yeah. Could you use one to determine the proper cleavage of a diamond?
For cleavage, yours?
Yeah, would it help any?
I have never thought that. Yeah, it is possible, I presume. If there were some interior flaws, some imperfect strata of crystalline structure, that could possibly show up, yeah. But while you ask, what does all this have to do with Johanna?
I'm not quite sure. Thanks, Mr. Schoenbeck. Expense account item 5, $3.60. Cab fare to 621 West Canyon Road Drive. That's somewhere near the top of the Santa Monica Mountain, about 2.5 miles from Sunset Boulevard.
I'd just come in and was preparing for bed when you rang, Mr. Dollar.
Yeah, so I noticed.
Then if you would please tell me quickly why you have come visiting at this late hour.
It's about the rumors.
Rumor?
Yeah, I understand that Jeweler's Row believes that Johannes is heading for the financial rocks.
You came up here tonight to discuss with me the financial status of my business, Mr. Dollar?
Not exactly.
Well, then.
But suppose the rumors were true, and you're hard up for cash with $125,000 tied up in an uncut diamond that can't be sold until it's cut, and can't be cut because it'll fly into bits.
That is utter nonsense.
Well, I'm glad to hear it.
Why?
It removes any motive you may have had for stealing the uncut canary yourself.
I think you had better leave now, Mr. Dollar.
You haven't denied it.
You've gone too far for that.
Adolf Beers must have gone pretty far, too.
The reference is beyond me.
Beyond Adolf now, too. Or maybe you haven't asked yourself why somebody wanted to murder him.
Adolf? Murder?
You didn't know?
How could I have?
Just wondering.
Adolf murdered. But why?
Well, I'd say either Adolf took the stone and somebody got it away from him, or he knew who did steal it and was going to talk. Either way, the result the same.
Unbelievable.
Not quite as unbelievable as your statement that you talked to him on the phone when actually he'd been dead for 2 hours.
Now it is time for you to leave, Mr. Dollar.
No further explanation?
None.
Okay. Oh, by the way, did you know Hans Plessman had confessed to stealing the canary?
I did.
I suppose you think that's unbelievable, too.
My attorney is arranging his release on a writ of habeas corpus at this very moment.
Oh, that's very interesting. You sure you don't want to change your story about that supposed phone call from Adolf Deers?
I do not.
I didn't think so. The lack of transportation from Canyon Road Drive back to Beverly Hills didn't bother me. The walk would give me a chance to clarify my ideas about the uncut canary matter. It took me a little less than an hour to get back to Sunset Boulevard at an all-night gas station where I called Lieutenant Hankin.
Yeah, that's right, Dollar. Hans Plessman was sprung about 45 minutes ago.
You put a tail on him?
Yeah, he went straight home.
Expense account item 6, $1.65, cab fare again. It took about 15 minutes to get to Hans Plessman's house.
Yes, who is it? Who is it?
Hello, Mr. Plessman.
Oh, it's you, that insurance man. What do you want now?
Have you cut it yet, Mr. Plessman?
I was just about when you interrupted me.
Do you mind if I watch you finish the job?
That's all. Come in.
Thanks.
In here, right in here.
Well, looks like you've got a pretty capable assistant, huh?
Yes, I think our partnership in diamond cutting will prove quite successful.
Of course, it will, of course. The refractometer will make the difference. Told out of that, but he wouldn't listen. Was going ahead in his own stubborn way. He would have smashed the stone, just as he did 20 years ago.
So Adolf Deers was the cutter who smashed your father's stone, huh, Johanna?
Yes, that is quite right, Mr. Dollar.
Ruined him and killed him. Couldn't let that happen to my little Johanna, like my own daughter, you know. Couldn't let Adolf do that to her, too. Couldn't.
So you took the diamond to keep Adolf from cutting it?
It was my fault, Mr. Dollar. I wouldn't have listened to Hans this morning. I was going to let Adolf go ahead with it.
Wouldn't listen to me, who was like her own father. So I had to take the stone. I was going to cut it myself, Johanna, and give it back to you as a gift.
I know you were, Hans.
Only Adolf saw me getting ready. He was going to stop me, so he could cut the diamonds himself. He shouldn't have done that. Adolf shouldn't have done that. I had to stop him. Well, we have work to do. Put the stone on the cup, Johanna. That's it. Now, hold the steel blade right on the incline. That's it. Now, hold it firmly, but without pressure. Not too much pressure. So.
Thank you, Hans. You've done it.
Of course. But it had to be done my way. Only the refractometer showed the proper plate. That stubborn fool Adolf would have ground it into bits. Well, I guess everything is all right now for you. Hey, Johanna? I will save your business, all right? And you, young man, no trouble about the stone now, is there? No trouble?
No, hon. There's no trouble about the stone.
You understand how I couldn't let anything happen to my Johanna. Not to my little baby. Oh, his stone. Beautiful. Once I have him cut and polished, the stone...
Hans, what is it? Don't you feel well?
Oh, it's all right, Johanna. I'm a little weak and shaky, that's all. I can't understand it. Weak, shaky like this. Ridiculous. I think I'll lie down for a bit.
Mr. Dollar?
Sure. Go ahead.
I can't understand it. Weak, shaky.
Mr. Dollar, now you know.
Yeah. So it was Hans and not Adolf who called you on the phone.
Yes. He told me that he had hidden the stone in my house. But not that he had killed Adolf. I brought the stone to him tonight, after his release from jails. And there they are. That was once the newest Jedi for uncut canary. A gift hunted. They'll accomplish everything he wanted to accomplish for me. And I'd rather I'd smashed the stone into dust before this all began. didn't want this gift.
Expense account item 7, $179.25, airfare and incidentals from Beverly Hills, California, back to Hartford. Expense account total $373.85. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars John Lund in the title role and was written by Sidney Marshall with music by Eddie Dunstetter. Featured in tonight's cast were William Johnstone, John Stevenson, Hal March, Virginia Gregg, and Fritz Feld. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. This is Charles Lyon inviting you to join us again next week at the same time when from Hollywood, John Lund again transcribes his expense account as
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, has been a presentation of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.